Beautiful railway bridge of the Silvery Tay. Alas, I am very sorry to say that 90 lives have been taken away on the last Sabbath day of 1879, which will be remembered for a very long time. 'Twas about 7 o'clock at night, and the wind it blew with all its might, and the rain came pouring down, and the dark clouds seemed to frown, and the demon of the air seemed to say, "I'll blow down the bridge of Tay." When the train left Edinburgh, the passengers' hearts were light and felt no sorrow, for Boreas blew a terrific gale which made their hearts for to quail, and many of the passengers with fear did say, "I hope God will send us safe across the bridge of Tay." But when the train came near to Wormit Bay, Boreas he did loud and angry bray, and shook the central girders of the bridge of Tay on the last Sabbath day of 1879, which will be remembered for a very long time. So the train sped on with all its might, and bonny Dundee soon hove in sight, and the passengers' hearts felt light, thinking they would enjoy themselves on the new year with their friends at home they loved most dear, and wished them all a happy new year. So the train moved slowly along the bridge of Tay until it was about midday. Then the central girders with a crash gave way, and down went the train and passengers into the Tay. The storm fiend did loudly bray, because 90 lives had been taken away on the Sabbath day of 1879, which will be remembered for a very long time. As soon as the catastrophe came to be known, the alarm from mouth to mouth was blown, and the cry rang out all o'er the town, "Good heavens, the Tay Bridge is blown down!" And a passenger train from Edinburgh, which filled all the people's hearts with sorrow, and made them all for to turn pale, because none of the passengers were saved to tell the tale. How the disaster happened on the last Sabbath day of 1879, which will be remembered for a very long time. It must have been an awful sight to witness in the dusky moonlight, while the storm fiend did laugh and angry did bray along the railway bridge of the Silvery Tay. Oh, ill-fated bridge of the Silvery Tay, I must now conclude my lay by telling the world fearlessly, without least dismay, that your central girders would not have given way, at least many sensible men do say, had they been supported on each side with buttresses, at least many sensible men confesses, for the stronger we our houses do build, the less chance we have of being killed. And that was The Tay Bridge Disaster by William Topaz McGonagall.
I hate you.
I wasn't sure if you were going to mute yourself. I kind of wanted the laughing in the background.
No. I muted myself because there was full body laughing there. It was as soon as it started, it was like, oh no.
Hi, welcome. If you're new here. I'm sorry.
That is a poem from the patron saint of Chiliteracy, William Topaz McGonagall.
Our mascot. He affords us no payment for this.
Everybody pour one out for Billy T. McGonagall, who, God bless him, was not a good poet, but we love his stuff.
But anyway. he did it. He did poetry.
Yeah. I just love the ramp. I love the ramp up into buttresses now. We all know what's coming. It's like, yeah.
He said the line. He did the thing.
It's buttresses. Oh my goodness me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that last, I'm sorry, but that last couplet never fails. Just the stronger we our houses do build, the less chance we have of being killed.
It's so good. Well, it's just like, oh, ill-fated bridge of the Silvery Tay, I must now conclude my lay by telling the world fiercely, without least dismay, that our central girders would not, your central girders would not have given way. At least many sensible men do say, had they been supported on each side with buttresses. At least many sensible men confesses.
Yeah. Basically, it's like, here's my poem, but also here's just a note for the builders. Just anytime you do this again.
Safety tip for the future: buttresses.
Buttresses. Yes.
They're a scientific marvel.
Yep. All the best bridges have them.
Yep, indeed. Right, I'm going to take us over to, let's try my shortcuts. Let's see if I can hit the...
I like what you've done with the things.
You like what I've done with the place? Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was sitting on the arms of the armchair, but sure.
Because I didn't know where else to put us.
That's fair. On the bookshelves.
But look, it's us. We have faces. Hi, hello, welcome.
Hello.
I'm Sam, and this is Lucy. Over this side. Hi.
Whether Pratchett's Bloody Super Johnson is a mashup with Capability Brown or Billy T. Yeah, probably.
Probably. I mean, I'm just agreeing with you. I don't know any of those things. So, yes.
You need to read more Pratchett.
Yeah, I do. Absolutely. I actually found another one of my Pratchett books that I was like halfway through reading. Because
Which
I was... for hell if I know. I put it back in a box.
Oh.
It will remain half read. Sorry.
How could
I was rooting through my boxes of things the other day because I wanted to find my copy of House of Leaves so that I can look how smart and educated I am. Look at me.
Oh, no.
Next up, Gravity's Rainbow by Thomas Pynchon. No, absolutely not.
Every time anyone in your family goes past any bridge and or building with buttresses, just start yelling about this. Love it. Yes.
Yes. Another one. We've got another one.
Yeah. I have a Cat who did. I don't know if anyone else in chat. I assume you will have seen the art that Cat did on Discord with buttresses with lime recumbent. I don't know the technical heraldry terms, but massive lime buttresses. A Sam.
Right.
It's just absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have been thinking if we do merch at some point, I have an idea for a buttress related lime rampant. Okay, thank you.
Great.
Yes, I have ideas that are buttress related, but it's just I feel like it's the kind of reference that you have to go so deep to try and explain.
It's a manifold in joke. Like you've got to get
there's layers.
Yeah. But yes, hello, welcome everybody to the final day of Book Week 2023. Week. It shall rest. It shall slumber for another year until we open up the packaging and go, yeah, look at that thing.
Until we a week before go, shit, we were going to do this.
Yeah, no, shut up. No, not at all. We did try to plan this well in advance.
We did plan this fairly well.
I was going to say as far back as July. No, I think actually even in June maybe we might have started talking about it. I think it was June. And then it's like, okay, well, we've got a couple of months. It's in August, and from my brain, it's like, August, that's miles away. It'll be the end of August, so we can even wait till the start of August before we start doing anything. And then it's like, oh, August is next week. And oh, good grief, heavens. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Salad, you feel very represented by the Stroop waffle in the announcement picture. If it is a Stroop, it is. Not called so because it was from Lidl, and it's just like caramel waffle. But it's absolutely toe-to-tip a Stroop waffle, and
and it fits perfectly on the mug.
It does. It's just like on top. It's perfect. I took that picture yesterday and meant to use it for yesterday's announcement and forgot to, but it actually fits better today because of the lighting and the time of day. It fits better.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Your sister made your other sister a T-shirt that said, "I know what Brian Eno looks like" a couple of years ago, and buttress's merch is the same level of funny without context, being funny with it. Yeah, that's fair.
I don't even not knowing the context. I approve of that T-shirt. That is that's good. That's my kind of T-shirt.
Oh, how's it meant to be pronounced? Salad? Is it like I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try. I apologise to the Netherlands? No, Belgium. Netherlands or Belgium? Hang on, Stroop waffle.
I'm going to say Netherlands, but Belgium might also... It might be one that Belgium also goes, no.
Phonetic English is
don't worry about it.
Don't worry, yeah.
But yes, hello.
The W is like V.
You see, that falls into the territory of, if I do this, I sound like I'm taking the piss, rather than actually making an earnest pronunciation. Yeah. So I'm like, it's a Stroop waffle. It's
I know earnest pronunciation.
Hello.
Friend of my father's.
Yes, I believe he's a character in one of the sketches we'll be reading. Anyway.
Yes. Also, I'm still very bright.
More.
Where's my camera?
Stroop.
Oh, that's very dark. Let's go down. Slightly better. Apologies if you can hear any background noise. By the way, I have my windows all very open. Stroopwafel. Stroopwafel. Apologies to. There always more strop. Okay, so Stroopwafel. Yes. Okay.
Nailed it.
Cool.
We can now order.
Today we learned. We can now
Dutch
speak Dutch.
Cafe. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy.
All good.
Dr. Van Helsing, go away.
I've got a plane going over.
Yay! And I might have background noises, but I also have Joey. You can't see the box because it's slightly cropped out of the shot, but Joey's in a box and will at some point emerge. Boink.
Hey ho, Joey in the box.
Indeed. But
has he touched the scratching thing yet?
No.
Nope. Box is best. Maybe you should just take the box away, and maybe he'll then do the scratching.
He'll be sad then. But this is the scratch orb that I got him. Because
orb to ponder.
Kind of because I knew that it would go untouched, and so I thought, well, I might as well get something that looks cool rather than just a bit of stick with some
it does look cool.
tied around it. So like, hey, it looks cool. It's a conversation piece.
Yeah.
But
what you should do is paint it like the Earth.
Yes.
And then just get Joey, giant cat, attacking the Earth.
Yeah, but he'd need to attack it then. He won't do that.
Pick him up and just sort of put him next to it.
Yeah, he'd love to be picked up and put on that. Yeah.
Yeah. A, you wouldn't be able to pick him up, and B, he'd just sit there going, "What?"
Yeah, no, stop. Meow. And so on.
So flipping lights. Stupid.
Well, if we want to crack on with reading something in a sec, I can swap us over to the other scene so we can do what we came here to do. Because yes, today we have come here to read you things. Being honest, right from the outset, we've not put the most amount of preparation into this one. You have, because you submitted a bunch of like poems and bits to us, and we have definitely clicked on those.
I have.
You have. I did today. Yes. No, Lucy's actually been doing the work on this one.
I did it the other day.
I had more streams this week than you.
This is true. This is true.
No, we'll talk about it afterwards.
A good point.
Yeah. And literally me today, I was like, oh, wait, I wonder if the BBC has an archive. Yes, they do have an archive of radio sketches and plays. They're like, oh.
Yeah. So
then maybe I should have looked at that months ago and found some things, but I didn't until today. So I don't know those will come up. But we have an assortment of poems that we have looked at. Lucy has looked at and I've glanced at and I've put into a text document to try and read.
I also have a couple of poems of my own that I might want to read if we have time. Not my own poems. Poems I have.
Yeah. Oh, it is our show. We can make as much time as we need. I will of course be doing my party piece, the chaos. See if I've got any better at it without practicing.
It's in Sam's contract that he has to read the chaos at least once a year.
Yes. Twice. And we've been enjoying ourselves going through an archive of sort of not like original but fan written up scripts and screenplays transcribed transcriptions of sketches from do I say, or do we wait until we're doing them?
Wait until we're doing them.
Okay.
Which also just because they're probably not out of copyright, so we're probably being very naughty in doing this. But also,
I think it's
we are a tiny little place.
We are very
We
small.
don't make money out of this much.
We're we're
not packaging them out and selling them off as our own.
Exactly. Now, this is busking. This isn't recording someone else's song on a CD and trying to sell it as your own. This is performing someone else's song that's still in copyright and just saying, hey, if you want to donate for this, that's cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
But we're not. It's not like I would feel a lot worse about re-recording it and selling it on Bandcamp, for instance. Like doing that. That's clearly over the line. No. This is more like grey area, but I think we're fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Do we want to get into it? Do you want to do some things?
We can do some things.
What?
Do you want to get the chaos out of your system first?
Oh, open with it without even really properly warming up. I guess I could do.
Or can I read another McGonagall?
Yes, if you'd like. If you would, do you need a link or are you good?
I
can.
Yeah, if you have one.
Yes, I do
handy.
indeed. What should I check
I know where it is. I'll have it. Now all the motorbikes are going past.
The migrating.
Yeah.
Right.
Great motorbike migration.
Will send us over to this scene.
She knows.
There we go. Our faces are now hidden because.
Yay!
Not speaking for Lucy, but for myself, I am deeply self-conscious about being watched whilst reading because I realise that I've got your camera, but it's okay. I'm not looking. I get mega self-conscious about being watched while speaking. Fine, playing a game, fine. But if I'm actually reading something and sort of trying in some way to get into the performance of the piece, then I can't have people watching me do that. So, yeah. He says, in front of a large window where people can clearly see him without even the context of knowing that he's reading a thing aloud, and just waving his hands like a fool.
Mm-hmm. Good lord, this is a long one.
Oh, did you?
Do we want to do a long one? I'm up for a long one.
It's up to you. I mean, if you're reading it, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, I mean it's long in McGonagall's terms,
Right.
aka it just trips off the tongue.
Yeah.
All right, I've decided Griff of the Bloody Hand.
Ooh.
Which I haven't read before, but it'll be good because it's McGonagall.
Yeah.
Are we ready? Are we ready, chat? I don't think this has any buttresses in it. Sorry to disappoint, but it's by William Topaz McGonagall. Therefore, it's gonna be good.
Oh yeah.
Are we ready?
Strap in for a treat. I shan't mute myself, so if I just burst. If you hear laughing, it's me.
I mean, I'd be worried if it was anyone else.
Yeah.
It's Joey.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go.
This is Griff of the Bloody Hand by William Topaz McGonagall. In an immense wood in the south of Kent, there lived a band of robbers which caused the people discontent. And the place they infested was called the Weald, where they robbed wayside travellers and left them dead on the field. Their leader was called Griff of the Bloody Hand, and so well skilled in sword practice there's few could him withstand. And sometimes they robbed villages when nothing else could be gained, in the year of 1336, when King Edward III reigned. The dress the robbers wore was deep-coloured black, and in courage and evil deeds they didn't lack. And Griff of the Bloody Hand called them his devils, because they were ever ready to perform all kinds of ills. Sorry.
Okay, I'm going to mute myself.
I wish I could mute me. 'Twas towards the close of a very stormy day. A stranger walked through the wood in search of Griff, without dismay, and as the daylight faded, he quickened his pace and ran. Sorry. Never suspecting that in his rear he was followed by a man. Oh no. And as the man to the stranger drew near, he demanded in a gruff voice, "What seek you here?" And when the stranger saw him, he trembled with fear, because upon his head he wore a steel helmet, and in his hand he bore a spear. "What seek you here?" repeated the dark-habited man. "Come, sir, speak out, and answer me if you can." "Are you then one of the devils?" demanded the stranger faintly. "Now, that I am," said the man. "Now what matters that to thee?" Then repeated the stranger, "Sir, you have put me to a stand, but if I guess aright, you are Griff of the Bloody Hand." "That I am," replied Griff, "and to confess it, I'm not afraid." "Oh, well then I require your service, and you'll be well paid." "But first I must know thy name, aye, that's the point. Then you shall have the help of my band conjoint, before any of my men on your mission goes." "Well then," replied the stranger, "call me Martin Dubois." "Well, sir, come tell me what you want as quick as you can." "Well then," replied Dubois, "do you know one Halbert Eversham that dwells in the little village of Brenchley, who has a foster child called Violet Eversham of rare beauty?" "And you seek my aid to carry her off? Ha ha, a love affair! Nay, do not think I scoff. For you shall enjoy her, sir, before this time tomorrow, if that will satisfy you, or help to drown your sorrow. And now, sir, what is your terms with me, before I carry off Violet Eversham from the village of Brenchley?" "Well, Griff, 1,000 marks shall be the pay." "'Tis agreed then," cried Griff, "and you shall enjoy her without delay." "Then the bargain's struck," uttered Griff. "How many men will you require?" "Come, sir, speak. You can have all of my band if you desire." "Oh, thanks, sir," replied Dubois. "I consider 4 men will do. That's to say, sir, if the 4 men's courage be true. And tomorrow, sir, send the men to Brenchley without delay, and remember 1,000 marks will be the pay, and the plan I propose is to carry her to the wood, and I will be there to receive her. The plan is good." And on the next morning, Griff of the Bloody Hand told off 4 of his best men and gave them strict command to carry off Violet Evesham from the village of Brenchley, and to go about it fearlessly and to make no delay. And when ye have captured her, carry to the wood. Now remember, men, I wish my injunctions to be understood. All right, Captain, we'll do as we've been told, and carry her off all right for the sake of the gold. So, on the next morning, before the villagers were out of bed, the 4 robbers marched into the village of Brenchley without any dread, and boldly entered Violet Evesham's house and carried her away, while loudly the beautiful girl shrieked in dismay. But when her old father missed her, through the village he ran, and roused the villagers to a man, and a great number of them gathered, and Wat Tyler at their head, and all armed to the teeth, and towards the wood they quickly sped. And once within the wood, Wat Tyler cried, "Where is Violet Evesham?" Then Griff of the Bloody Hand cried, "What ails the man? My dear sir, I assure you that Violet Evesham is not here. Therefore, good people, I advise ye to retire from here." "No, I'll not back," cried Wat Tyler, "until I rescue Violet Evesham. Therefore, liar and devil, defend thyself if you can." "Aye," replied Griff, "that I will, thou braggart loon, and with my sword, you silly boy, prepare to meet thy doom." Then they rained their blows on each other as thick as hail, until at last Griff's strength began to fail. Then Wat leaped upon him and threw him to the ground. Then the villagers shouted hurrah for Wat Tyler and victory, and to search for Violet Evesham they willingly did agree, and they searched the wood and found her at the foot of a tree, and when she was taken home the villagers danced with glee. And 'tis said Wat Tyler married Violet Evesham, and there was great rejoicing among the villagers at the marriage so grand, and Wat Tyler captured Dubois and bound him to a tree, and left him struggling hard to gain his liberty. That is trying very hard.
What a story.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
did Discord have a moment?
Yeah, there was like one bit towards the end where it did the thing where like it cuts and like buffers a bunch and then suddenly speeds everything and does it really quick and they're like, oh, okay, well, fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
That also, see you, Lynn. You've probably gone by now. Thank you for being here. But good lord, yeah. He just wanted to write accounts of things that happened.
Yeah,
these are not poems, dude. So this was really hard to read because there's no speech marks. There are no speech marks. Punctuation in general, appalling.
You're gonna put us back on this.
So I have I have no idea who was speaking.
It's like he wanted to make a bullet pointed list and then thought, nah,
Yeah.
I need to like fancy this up a little bit.
Yeah, my favourite is, "My dear sir, I assure you that Violet Evesham is not here. Therefore, good people, I advise you to retire from here." It's like, dude, you've just rhymed here with here.
Oh, I'll do it again.
It's just, oh.
I wish
so
a poet
many,
would.
so many without delays and without dismays as well.
Oh yeah. If you play the drinking game, you will die.
Yeah, yes.
It's like a Dr. Seuss wrote news articles.
Nice. Absolutely.
Spot on.
Absolutely, exactly. But with worse vocabulary.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just, yeah.
Wow.
And it's the fact that it's Martin Dubois. It's Dubois. Dubois.
Yeah.
"Before any of my men on your mission goes, well then," replied the stranger, "call me Martin Dubois."
Martin Dubose.
Dubose, I guess. But like, oh, bless you, Willie. Yeah. William T. McGonagall, a true master of his art.
Mm-hmm. Should bang on to the next one.
Yeah.
All right.
What? You want to?
Shall I have a go at the chaos?
Yeah, go for
The
it.
Chouse.
Charles.
A classic. A favourite of mine.
Do you have a link?
Yeah, I do. Yes, I have it. I have it ready to go. This is completely unrehearsed. I've obviously read it.
Well, I mean, you've done it like 2 years in a row. You should be fine at it. You should be able to memorize it.
It's not like there's
That's the
really...
next. That's the next trick. Memorizing
I
it.
wish I could. There's a lot of bits in here. I'm gonna get tripped. So let's see how we go. All right.
Let's go.
It's gonna be a long one. Strap in. The Chaos by Gerard Nolst Trinity. Dearest creature in creation, studying English pronunciation, I will teach you in my verse. Sounds like corpse, core, horse, and worse. I will keep you, Susie, busy. Make your head with heat grow dizzy. Tear in eye, your dress you'll tear. Queer, fair seer, hear my prayer. Pray, console your loving poet. Make my coat look new, dear, sew it. Just compare heart, hear, and heard, dies and diet, lord and word. Sword and sword, retain and Britain, mind the latter how it's written. Maid has not the sound of bad, but say said, pay paid, laid, but plaid. Now I surely will not plague you with such words as vague and ague, but be careful how you speak. Say gush, bush, stakes, streak, break, bleak. Previous, precious, fuchsia, via. Recipe, pipe, studding sail, choir, woven oven, how and low, script, receipt, shoe, poem, toe. Say, expecting fraud and trickery, dorser, laughter, and terpsichore, branch, ranch, measles, topsails, isles, missiles, similes, reviles, holy, holly, signal, signing, same, examining, but mining, scholar, vicar, and cigar, solar, mica, war, and far. From desire, desirable, admirable from admire, lumber, plumber, beer, but briar, topsham, brougham, renown, but known, knowledge done, lone, gone, none, tone. One, anemone, Balmoral, kitchen, lichen, laundry, laurel, Gertrude, German, wind and wind, bow, kind, kindred, cue, mankind. Tortoise, turquoise, chamois leather, reading, reading, heathen, heather. This phonetic labyrinth gives moss, gross, brook, broach, ninth plinth. Have you ever yet endeavoured to pronounce revered and severed, demon, lemon, ghoul, foul soul, Peter, petrol, and patrol? Billet does not end like ballet, bouquet, wallet, mallet, chalet. Blood and flood are not like food, nor is mould like should and would. Banquet is not nearly parquet, which exactly rhymes with khaki. Discount, viscount, load and broad, toward, to forward, to reward. Ricocheted and crocheting, croquet, right, your pronunciation's okay. Wounded, rounded, wounded, grieve and sieve. Friend and fiend, alive and live. Is your R correct in higher? Keats asserts it rhymes the lyre. Hue but hug, and hood but hoot, buoyant minute but minute. Say abscission with precision, now position and transition. Would it tally with my rhyme if I mentioned paradigm? Twopence, threepence, teas are easy, but cease, crease, grease and greasy? Cornice, niece, valise, revise, rabies but lullabies. Of such puzzling words as nauseous, rhyming well with cautious, tortious, you'll envelop lists, I hope, in a linen envelope. Would you like some more? You'll have it. Affidavit, David, Davit. To abjure, to perjure, shake, does not sound like check, but ache. Liberty, library, heave and heaven. Rachel, loch, moustache, 11. We so hallowed, but allowed. People, leopard, toad, but vowed. Mark the difference, moreover, between mover, plover, dover. Leeches, breeches, wise, precise. Chalice, but police and lice. Camel, constable, unstable. Principal, disciple, label. Petal, penal, and canal. Wait, surmise, plat, promise, pal. Suit, sweet ruin, circuit, conduit, rhyme with shirk it, and beyond it. But it is not hard to tell why it's pal, pole, mole, bat, pal, mal. Muscle, muscular, jail, iron, timber, climber, bullion, lion, worm and storm, chaise, chaos, chair, senator, spectator, mayor. Ivy, privy, famous, clamour, has the A of drachman hammer. Pussy, hussy, and possessed, desert, but desert, address. Golf, wolf, countenance, lieutenants, hoist in lieu of flags left pennants, courier, courtier, tomb, bomb, comb, cow, but cowper, some, and home. Soldier, soldier, blood is thicker, quoth he, than liquor of liquor, making, it is sad but true, in bravado, much ado. Stranger does not rhyme with anger, neither does devour with clangour. Pilot, pivot, gaunt but aunt, font, front, want, grand and grant. Arsenic, specific, scenic, relic, rhetoric, hygienic, gooseberry, goose, and close but close but close, paradise, rise, rose, and dose, say, inveigh, nay, but inveigle, make the latter rhyme with eagle, mind, meandering, but mean, valentine, and magazine. And I bet you, dear, a penny, you say manifold, like many, which is wrong, say rapier, peer, tire, one who ties, but tear. Arch, archangel, prey does erring, rhyme with herring, always stirring. Prison, bison, treasure trove, treason, hover, cover, cove. perseverance, severance, ribbled, rhymes, but piebald doesn't with nibbled, phaeton, paean, nat, gat, gnaw, lean, psychic, shon, bone, shore. Don't be down, my own, but rough it, and distinguish buffet, buffet. Brood, stood, roof, rook, school, wool, boon, Worcester, bullin, to impugn. Say, it sounds correct and sterling. Hearse, hear, hearken, year and yearling, evil, devil, mezzotint, mind the Z, a gentle hint. Now you need not pay attention to such sounds as I don't mention, sounds like pause, 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 and pause, rhyming with the pronoun yours, nor are proper names included, though I often heard, as you did, funny rhymes to unicorn. Yes, you know them, Vaughan and Strawn. No, my maiden coy and comely, I don't want to speak of Chumley, no, yet Frood compared with Proud is no better than MacLeod. But mind trivial and vile, tripod, menial, denial, troll and trolley, realm and ream, schedule, mischief, schism and scheme. Argyll, gill, Argyle, gill, surely may be made to rhyme with Rawley, but you're not supposed to say piquet rhymes with sobriquet. Had this invalid, worthless documents, how pallid, how uncouth he couchant looks, for when Portsmouth I had booked, Zeus, Thebes, Thales, Aphrodite, Paramore, enamoured, flighty, episodes, antipodes, acquiesce and obsequies. Please don't monkey with the geyser, don't peel taters with my razor, rather say in accents pure, nature, stature, and mature. Pious, impious, limb climbed glumly, worsted, crumbly, dumbly. Conquer, contest, vase, phase, fan, wan, sedan, and artisan. The th will surely trouble you more than r, ch, or w. Say these phonetic gems: Thomas, Time, Teresa, Thames, Thompson, Chatham, Waltham, Streatham. There are more, but I forget 'em. Wait, I've got it. Antony. Lighten your anxiety. The archaic word, albeit, does not rhyme with 8. You see it. With and forthwith, one has voice, one has not. You make your choice. Shoes, goes, does, now first say finger, then say singer, ginger, linger, real, zeal, mauve, gauze and gauge, marriage, foliage, mirage, age, hero, heron, query, very, parry, tarry, fury, berry, dust, lost, post, and doth, cloth, loth, job, job, blossom, bosom, oath. Damn it. 4 pugnant, keener, puners, bowing, bowing, banjo tuners, holm, you know, but knows canoes, pune, truism, use, to use. Though the difference seems little, we say actual, but victual, seat, sweat, chaste, cast, lee, ate, height, put, nut, granite, and unite. Reefer does not rhyme with defer, Foffer does, but Zephyr, heifer, dull, bull, Geoffrey, George ate late, hint, pint, senate, but sedate. Gaelic, Arabic, Pacific, silence, conscience, scientific, tor but hour, dour, succour, for, gas, alas, and Arkansas. Say manoeuvre, yacht, and vomit, next omit which differs from it, bona fide, alibi, gyrate, dowry, and awry, sea, idea, Guinea, area, San Maria, but malaria, youth, south southern, cleanse and clean, doctrine, turpentine, marine. Compare alien with Italian, dandelion and battalion, rally with ally, yea, ye, I, way, key, say a verb at ever, fever, neither leisure, scheme, receiver, never guess it is not safe, we say calves, valves, half, but Ralph, starry, granary, canary, crevice, but device and eerie, face, but preface, then grimace, phlegm, phlegmatic, ass, glass, bass, base, large, target, gin, give, verging, ought, oust, joust, and scour, but scourging, ear, but earn, and air, and tear, do not rhyme with here, but air. Mind the O of off and often, which may be pronounced as orphan, with the sound of saw and sauce, and soft lost cloth and cross. Putting, puddle, putting, putting, yes, at golf it rhymes with shutting. Respite, spite, consent, resent, liable, but parliament. 7 is right, but so is even, hyphen, roughen, nephew, Stephen, monkey, donkey, clerk, and jerk, asp, grasp, wasp, demean, cork, work, A of valour, rapid vapour, S of news, compare, newspaper, G of gibbet, gibbon, gist, I of antichrist, and grist, differ like diverse and divers, rivers, strivers, shivers, fivers, once but nunce, toll, dole but roll, Polish, polish, pole and pole, pronunciation, think of psyche, is a paling, stout and spiky. Won't it make you lose your wits, writing groats and saying grits? It's a dark abyss, or tunnel strewn with stones like Rolock, Gunnel, Islington and Isle of Wight, housewife, verdict and indict. Don't you think so, reader? Rather saying lather, bather, father, finally, which rhymes with enough, though through bow, cough, howl, sow, tough. Hiccup has the sound of sup. My advice is, give it up. Thank you. Yes, and we're done.
Do you need
I'm good.
a new brain?
No, I'm
you
fine.
Good?
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, he literally went around picking the words most difficult to pronounce for Dutch people. That's mean.
I mean, to be fair,
Wow.
as you've heard, they're pretty difficult for English people too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like it's mean for a native English speaker to have a go at this, let alone...
It's another one. It's like where we've had discussions about like authors of any kind who have written something incredible in their second language. Like, was it when you talk about Nabokov and stuff, who,
yes,
presumably English wasn't his first language.
No, but he lived in America, I believe, for a time.
Okay.
I think someone in chat will probably correct me.
Yeah. But yeah, so someone who, for whom like would have been raised with one language and then just like, came over to English at frankly any point, because as you can tell, it is an absurd joke of a language, and then just shone. And like my example from a completely different field is Disco Elysium, which is still to me one of just the best written things I've ever played. Not even qualifying it down as like, oh, it's a very well written game. It's just beautifully written. And the author, I believe, is Estonian, and like wrote it. It wasn't like translated, and it's like if this had been translated was on top form. But like the author himself, like wrote it in English. And it's like, damn,
yeah,
your command of my language is absurd. If I need to put on multiple hats that I may take them off to you. And it's like, yeah, like I love that Trinité was Dutch and wrote this. Like, well done. This is it is
impressive.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. So Nabokov started writing in Russian and then later in his life wrote in English.
Yeah.
Damn. Ugh. Sickeningly impressive.
That is wild.
Almost like other nations teach languages a bit better than us.
Considerably better.
I think it's also like the approach to teaching language, isn't it? It's like we as English speakers is like, oh, we don't need to learn anything else. Everybody speaks English.
Yeah, they'll speak our thing. Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
It's this arrogant assumption.
It spread English and resentment to the world. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah. Woo. I was gonna read a poem.
I'll stay on this scene then.
Which one was I going to read? I mean, lots of them are good.
Yeah. Do you want to change in tone, something a bit more serious? Or we keep it light? Excuse me.
Oh yeah, let's do a bit of Yeats. Let's have some Yeats.
I believe it's pronounced Yeats.
Yeats. This.
I don't know.
I know.
This poem empty. Yeats.
Yeats, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeats. No, I know how he spells, but
I don't know.
I like calling him Yeats.
Yes, okay. Yeah.
This was recommended by. This is one of the ones recommended. We'll probably going to end up going through like most of the ones. Well, hopefully get through to end how much we talk. Most of the ones people recommended. But this was one of the ones recommended by Kat. And I mean, it's a classic. If you don't know it, then now you'll know it, I guess. This is nice. I will give Sam the link, or I will just put the link in chat. How about that?
You can do that too.
I can do that.
I'm not going to bother pinning them because
we're changing up a lot.
It's a lot.
But yes, this is The Stolen Child by William Butler Yeats. Where dips the rocky highland of Sleuth Wood in the lake, there lies a leafy island where flapping herons wake the drowsy water rats. There we've hid our fairy vats full of berries and of reddest stolen cherries. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Where the wave of moonlight glosses the dim grey sands with light, far off by furthest rosses we foot it all the night, weaving olden dances, mingling hands and mingling glances, till the moon has taken flight. To and fro we leap and chase the frothy bubbles, while the world is full of troubles and anxious in its sleep. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy, hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Where the wandering water gushes from the hills above Glencar, in pools among the rushes that scarce could bathe a star, we seek for slumbering trout, and whispering in their ears give them unquiet dreams, leaning softly out from ferns that drop their tears over the young streams. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Away with us he's going, the solemn-eyed. He'll hear no more the lowing of the calves on the warm hillside, or the kettle on the hob sing peace into his breast, or see the brown mice bob round and round the oatmeal chest. For he comes, the human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than he can understand. I like that one.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's a good one.
Yeah.
And very much kind of, yeah, very, very much the kind of poem that does the whole kind of fairy kind of, are they good or are they bad, or what's their deal?
Got a plane or a motorbike with a plane
I was a
engine?
motorbike.
Right, okay.
A motorbike trying to be a plane.
Nice.
But yeah.
Huh.
You remember an arrogant prick of a headmaster you had once who likes to snobbish you mentioned Keats and Yeats, pronounced the same. It's funny when the error is by someone who think they know everything. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Keats and Yeats. I like that.
Do you have a link for the other McGonagall poem you read? Because I've realised if I keep a record of these, I
think I linked it.
Oh, you did. You put it in chat, right? Yes.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, I just realised if I keep these in a text document, I can actually, that will make it a lot easier for sticking on YouTube later when I do that. Just like fair. Drop links to everything that we have. Yeah. Cool.
Oh, one thing I should have done is I might look up some, because I've got a book of Hardy poems downstairs somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Hardy's quite good.
All right.
A bit wishy-washy.
Sure.
But if my mum heard me saying that, she'd go, "No, Hardy's wonderful." I don't want to be depressed by a book.
Well,
everything's awful.
But what if?
Yeah. You read Headmaster and that commenter's hamster. Nice.
Well, yes. Hello, Erin. Welcome in.
Yeah, welcome in.
You are not late.
Nope. You're on time exactly, and Erin turns up exactly when they mean to.
Yes, indeed. You have Mr. Chaos, that famous Dutch poem, but I've
got another motorbike.
Hey.
It's apparently the day for them. I mean, it is a nice day.
It's looking like it's going to rain here. This is clouded. Really? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, we got.
On the way back from the place I was at earlier, there were a posse of mopeds. I don't know what the collective noun is for mopeds. Just a bunch of very brightly coloured Vespers. It was great. An annoyance of mopeds.
No, I was going to say a mods of mopeds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also, sunlight's now. I give up. I'm not going to bother dealing with my camera's white balance right now. It's just...
To be fair, perhaps your natural pallor is not conducive to an evenly. Yeah. What?
You're saying I'm pale?
Yes.
Yeah.
To an evenly distributed white balance.
Yes. One of my favourite quotes about being pale is from a Radio 4 show called quite an old Radio 4 show at this point, called Bleak Expectations, which I think I mentioned before. That is, brother, you are pale, and not pale and interesting like a Oh, what was it? Oh, it's just completely gone.
Oh no.
Oh yes, not pale and interesting like a consumptive poet or a new flavour of yogurt, but pale and scared as if you had just seen a ghost. I just love that. Pale and interesting like a consumptive poet or a new flavour of yogurt.
Yep.
It's a good one.
What do you want to do next?
Are notorious without English pronunciation. Should we do a speaky play?
Yeah.
Thing? What should we do? Which one should we do? Should we start with the one that's you're gonna possibly clip your mic with?
It might, yeah. Let's. Okay, I've got to find that one again.
Find it. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. All right.
Hang on.
Okay.
Was it this one? Hang on.
Do you need a link?
I might do. Hang on. Sorry, I'm just making noises now. Is it that one?
I can.
Yes, found it.
Yeah, you got it. Okay, good.
Yes.
Right. Regulars of this may have heard myself and Lucy reference not just this show but this sketch. We found an archive of sketches from that people have kindly put together on a live journal of John Finnemore's souvenir program, and we thought, hey, we're pretty funny people at doing reading stuff, more or less rehearsed once and off the cuff. Sure, let's give ourselves some. Give ourselves a challenge. So
yeah,
none of that fancy drama stuff. No, comedy's really where it's at. So I apologise if I clip the mic. I do enjoy this one a lot and kind of get into it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll get self-conscious and not do any, and I'll just read it in the most dead form possible. No. But this, I won't put a link in chat because I guess it's kind of quite quick fire, and you've got to, I don't know.
Yeah, I think probably listening to it is better as well. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll just try and enunciate properly. This is the famous, the wonderful Fahrenheit versus Celsius. By John Finnemore of John Finnemore's souvenir program. Yes, thank you. I do apologise. Right, if we're ready, I think everything's good. Okay, right.
Do it.
Hello. I don't think we've met, have we? Are you here for the conference?
I am. Yes.
Ah, excellent. My name's Fahrenheit, by the way, Daniel Fahrenheit, University of Amsterdam.
Fahrenheit.
That's right. Yes. And you?
Anders Celsius, University of Uppsala.
Ah, pleased to meet you. It's good to see some younger faces amongst all us old fossils. So tell me, what are you working on at the moment?
Well, a scale.
Oh, really? Oh, that's a coincidence. To measure what?
Temperature.
Temperature? Really?
Yes.
But, surely there already is such a scale, is there not?
I believe so.
Yes, there definitely is. And I think it's pretty popular. People seem to like it.
People use it.
Well, I think they use it because they like it.
I think they use it because they have no choice.
Do they need a choice?
There's no harm in choice.
No! No, well, maybe a little bit. I'm just thinking, don't you think it'll be a bit confusing having two scales measuring the same thing?
Not really, no. No, I think people will just switch to the better one.
Or stay with the better one?
Theoretically. But, you see, the trouble with the existing scale... I forget its name.
Do you?
Yes, I do. The problem with it is it's a little, crazy. Do you know what 0 is on that scale?
Yeah, I actually do. Yes, it's the freezing point of a mixture of water, ice, and ammonium chloride.
Exactly. I mean, you see how that sounds?
Elegant. It sounds elegant. Why? What else is it going to be the freezing point of?
Water?
But you can't. I mean, why? Why? Oh.
And, of course, meanwhile, the top of the odd scale is...
96, the approximate temperature of the human body, naturally.
Yes, so a random number fixed to a variable.
Well, yes.
Yes, I've gone for the boiling point.
Of what?
of, once again, water.
Oh.
Yes, and I've labelled that point 100.
Oh. Just 4 more. And it's a round number, and so each degree will be... Oh.
So anyway, that's what I've been working on.
Well, good luck with it. We'll see if it catches on.
Oh, come on, be gracious in defeat, seriously. Once my system is unveiled, who in the world is going to stick to a scale that goes from the freezing point of an ammonium chloride brine to the approximate average body temperature of a human?
Who in the world? Well, I'll tell you exactly who in the world. Americans.
What?
You heard me. The Americans have already learned my system. You think they're going to change, go to learn a different system just because it's better? They're never going to do that, Mr. Celsius. Never in a million years.
They're not, are they? Oh, God, I forgot about the Americans.
I'm very sorry for you, Celsius. Well, fairly sorry. Call it 70 sorry out of 96. The end.
I do like that one. That is good.
The original is worth listening to. It's exquisite.
It is fantastic.
I apologise if I peaked there. I don't know. Yeah. I like to get
It
into
is. Yeah.
the frantic mania of Celsius.
Yeah, the frantic mania is just like, obviously this, and then it's like the boiling point of what? Yes, water. Oh. Just the sudden realization. It's like, oh.
And it stops. It goes up to 100. Oh, just 4 more.
Yes. Americans ruining science since 1776. Yeah. Yeah. That is a good one. We like that one.
Yeah. This freezing point of a mixture of water, ice, and ammonium chloride. Elegant.
Obviously.
It sounds elegant. Why? What else is going to be the freezing point? But you can't.
Water.
I mean, why?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It is very good. And just the triumph with Americans.
Yeah.
They're not going to change. Sorry, America. And Americans. But also, why the hell do you use Fahrenheit? It doesn't make sense.
I hear the logic. I get the logic about, like, Fahrenheit is a good way to express how you feel as a person. Like,
yeah,
you know, it feels 90 hot outside. It's like, okay, I can see that, but also, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Parody is suddenly very proud of a university you've never studied at just because it's in your town. Fair.
Oh, nice.
Yes, yeah, Uppsala's Sweden, isn't it? Yeah.
No idea.
I know that because I remember this is a tangent. So I'm going to stick us back on this one, I think.
This is our tangent screen.
Yeah, tangent screen. Hello. 90 is hot to be outside in both scales. Well, yes, exactly. Like 30 is
very.
I think 30 is also where they converge on. Ooh, it's a bit chilly. But yeah, this is a long time ago. So like 15, 20 years ago. I think there was some. I can't remember whether it was a game dev studio or like someone trying to set up some sort of. There was some like proposed game console, I think, that was being made that never went anywhere, and then there was a whole load of stories came out about deep-seated corruption involving the Swedish mafia, and it's like the Uppsala mafia were involved in this product. It's like, and there's I just remember seeing this flow chart of like all these different people involved. 30 degrees.
I think you meant minus 30.
Oh no. Sorry. It's well, it's like 30 in general is like oof, and in 30 degrees centigrade it's hot. 30 degrees Fahrenheit is chilly. But yeah.
Oh right, so it's uncomfortable in both ways, but
yes, that's sorry, that's just me not thinking because I'm on another topic already. Apologies. Yeah, apparently Sweden has a mafia.
I think every country has a mafia to some degree,
probably.
doesn't it?
Like if you don't, you're the mafia.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't know anyone who fits thing, then it's you, and that that holds true for the mafia.
Am I the mafia?
Yeah, if you don't know that your country has a mafia, you're the mafia. Enjoy. Yep. Congratulations, run from the police. So, but yeah, there was this whole thing of just about the Swedish mafia, and that's how I learned about Uppsala and the Swedish mafia.
Nice.
Yeah.
But think you have a drugs mafia in the south of the country. Fun. Yeah, as someone, a Dutch person I was doing some work with in November, has also said that apparently the mafia situation in the Netherlands relating to drugs is particularly bad at the moment.
Yay.
I might be wrong, but yeah, that's what they
crime
said. So yeah,
good for everyone. Whoop. Should we do another thing?
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Should we do another thing from that same?
Yeah, the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
sure.
hang on. Which?
Or do you want to do the one above? Actually, I mean, should do the first one.
The first one, yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
This is another sketch because this is what we've settled we're going to do for reading out things.
Yeah, we decided we like to do these sketches and they're great. Sam can do the Foley for this one.
Okay. Ring, ring, ring,
Hello?
ring.
Oh, okay. You get 2 rings, do I?
Yeah, you were busy.
Okay.
All right.
Fine.
Ring.
Hello, Clean Water Initiative UK.
Oh, hi, Fiona.
Yes?
Hi, it's Rawley from Boswell Productions about Rawley from Boswell Productions about Celebrity If You Say So.
Oh, yes. Hello.
Hiya. So, yeah, just really calling to let you know, we recorded the show yesterday. It all went really, really well.
Great.
I'm happy to tell you that as Richard Bacon's nominated charity, you will be receiving a donation from us for £6,000.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I know.
But didn't you say when we spoke before it would be 25,000?
Oh, no. No, I said it could be 25,000. 25 is the maximum he could have won.
Right.
But as it works out, he got knocked out at the second round, unfortunately. But not before he mastered a very respectable £6,000 for your charity. So that's lovely.
So, sorry, just to be clear, you're donating £6,000?
Yeah.
Though you were prepared to donate 25,000.
Well, technically,
But you won't now.
no.
Sorry, can you just explain why not?
Well, because Richard Bacon thought Sooty was a dog.
Sooty was a dog?
Well, that's what Richard Bacon thought, yeah, but he's not. No, he's a bear, so therefore we can only donate £6,000.
Right. Can I just tell you a little bit about the work we do here?
I am a teensy bit busy.
We provide fresh water wells to villages.
Right.
In sub-Saharan Africa.
Yeah.
Which at a stroke reduce infant mortality by 80%. They eradicate cholera, diphtheria, tuberculosis.
That's really amazing. It is. Yeah.
Yes.
But my hands are tied, really, because when it comes down to it, Sooty is a bear.
I know that.
No, I know you do, but you see, but the thing is, Richard Bacon didn't, so, you see my position.
Yes, but look, you, the company, must have budgeted for if he had known it.
Well, yes.
You must have earmarked the £25,000 you would have given if Richard Bacon was more clued up about hand puppets.
Well, technically...
Then can't you just pretend he did?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just don't think that would be ethical.
You don't think that would be ethical?
Yeah, I'm sorry, we just have to be really careful with ethics on TV, you know, in this climate.
But you're fine with withholding £19,000 worth of life-saving water sources because Richard Bacon didn't know Sooty was a dog.
Oh, I'm afraid that clinches it. Sooty was a bear.
I meant bear.
I'm sorry, I have to take your first answer. Thanks for playing. Goodbye.
At the end.
The end. Fin. And scene.
Yeah, that was good.
Yes, hello. Welcome. We're back.
Also, thank you very much, Ray Tracer.
Hey,
for
thank
subscribing
you.
for 17 months.
Am I on the
Thank
right one?
you.
Yes, I'm on the right one. Hi. Yes, hi. Our faces are back.
Hello. It's our faces.
Yes.
Yes, I do like that one.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like all of
It's
these.
a good point as well.
Yeah, I always...
It's a really good point. It's like, what actually happens with like charity game shows and things? Like, do they give the full amount?
No!
They can't do.
Yeah. I have had that thought so many times when watching like charity game shows. Right, your nominated charity is this society. Oh, okay, cool. Ooh, I'm sorry you got that one wrong. We would have gone up to £1 million for your charity, but instead here's 2,500. Well, you tried.
It's like, do they tell the charity in the first place? They must have to tell the charity in the first place, because, for example, if the game show is something that charity doesn't like, or
yeah, we don't want to be connected. No,
that's against their views or against what they're doing or anything like that, then they'll go, no thanks, don't want to be affiliated with that at all.
Like,
then surely, yeah, it's weird.
Like, I can, there is a world in which I can appreciate that it's like, you know, the money has to come from somewhere, and like you obviously you generate that revenue by putting on the show, and you draw in the audience who watches the adverts, and the advertisers are what give the money, and the sponsors for the show, and that sort of thing. So it's like, if someone comes on to be a celebrity appearance and they crash out in the first round, well then you've not done anything to generate that money to go to the. But it's still like, you were going to give 25 grand to the charity and instead you give 6 because the person got a question wrong, and that just seems wrong. Like, it's
Celebrity Jeopardy had set amounts for first, second, and third place, and the charity gets whatever amount for the place a person gets. Oh, see, that's quite a good way of doing things.
That's much better. Like, we will give this amount for your appearance, and then just going to go on. Yeah, it's raining now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Then just go on and
bright
have
blue
fun.
Sky here.
Oh, nice. Okay. It's almost like we live in different parts of the country.
Wow. Doxed.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to go on to another one?
Yeah, can do.
Okay.
You're just on a roll.
I am. I mean, we're here to entertain, so let's.
The next one.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Apologies for the accent. It's meant to be funny.
Yes. Yeah. This accent's not meant to be an actual accent. It's meant to be.
If I do nail an accent, then it's pure coincidence.
Completely accidental.
Right. Let's see if I can hold this. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my research vessel and towards the very first demonstration of my invention, 20 years in the making, which I hope will revolutionize the way we think about those gentle giants of the sea, the whales. For centuries, mankind has been captivated by the mysterious and beautiful songs of the whales.
This is my grandson. I'm so proud of him.
But only now with the new whale song translator, we will finally be able to hear the secret meanings behind the mystical songs of these magnificent fish. Or are these ones the ones that are the mammals? I really ought to know this stuff by now. No, I'm pretty sure they're fish. So, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let us at last listen to the language of the whales.
Hey!
What?
I'm a whale.
Cool. Hey.
Yeah?
I'm a whale.
Yay!
So, that's 20 years I'll never see again. The end.
You look the little white circle going in and out with the long arms. Oh, nice.
Yes, wonderful.
Well, yeah, I that is a good one. Someone clip that. Oh no. Poor whales. I think they're more intelligent than that. They're probably having like debates about how thick they think humans are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing of like, you know, trying to talk to our pets all the time. No, we don't want that judgment. We do not want that smoke. We don't want to be able to finally talk to cats and just have them go, you guys,
You guys are just idiots.
you suck.
Yeah.
Where's my food?
Yep.
Yeah.
You wrote a short story, Arian? Ooh, cool. What's the best channel to put it in? General or Crafty Corner? General, I guess?
Oh, I was going to say maybe Crafty Corner, but I don't know. Really, whichever you feel like. Yeah,
wherever
we're pretty,
you like.
Yeah.
We do not mind.
Yeah.
Put it wherever you fancy.
Wherever you think it might get the kind of attention that you want. Like if you really, it's if either of these feels like a better pigeonhole for you to categorize it, then you make use of that one.
Yeah. If you talk to your dog, say, pet me, pet me, pet me, pet me, I want a bone, pet me. Yeah.
That would be Joey's like, hey, fuss, 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 I want fuss, I want fuss.
Why aren't you giving me fuss?
I want fuss,
what?
I want fuss. Now.
Oi, fuss,
now.
now.
Leave me alone, I need to sleep.
Yeah.
I want
Why
fuss,
are you touching me? Get
Stop.
off.
Ang.
Now fuss. Doesn't reading have suggestions for people to include poems, short stories, maybe too? Bookcase. I don't know. Maybe. Where we forget how we set up our Discord.
Yeah, I don't know. We're pretty like hands off.
Put it somewhere. If you want to create a new thread, go for it.
Yeah, actually, yeah. If you want to, help yourself. Actually, bookcase is a good shout. If you want to actually have a thread for like people to encourage people to like read it, discuss it. If you want feedback and stuff, that's also an option. Consider that. Consider the lilies of the field. Okay, I'm still on this scene. Yeah, do you want to go on to another one?
You just want to read all of these, don't you?
I do. They're very good. We could do some more poems if you want.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, should we do one more sketch?
The short one after Fahrenheit and Celsius.
Yes, and then take us to a break, perhaps, and then we can do some more stuff.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Let us do that.
Okay.
All right.
Here is another skit.
Yes.
Okay. Even if I'm 10 minutes late, that means I'm still there by past. I can change my top in the loo. I mean, I might even be able to get away with this one. It's not that creased. And I've got spare tights in my handbag. Wait. Where's my handbag? Where's my handbag? It was just... Oh, no. It must be here. It must be here. It's got my purse. It's got my keys. Oh my God, it's got my passport. Oh no, please. Oh, I'm sure I had it. I'm sure it was just... Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, thank God. Yes, thank you. Yes.
Kids, an evil genie has been going around offering to show you the moment of purest, most unalloyed joy and contentment you will experience in the whole of your adult life. It's very important that you just say no. The end.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
Public service announcement.
Yeah.
I weren't sure where to put your art the other day. Oh, yeah. Maybe we should... I don't know. I mean, we don't really mind where anybody puts anything.
Yeah.
It's not like the Johns where they've got separate things because they've got like lots of people all the time doing stuff.
Yeah, I think also for me, like partly, like I'm aware that there's like a lot of crossover between like Literacy and John's and even Dave's space and stuff.
And Dave as well, yeah.
And kind of what I didn't want to do was have like the exact same set of categories as are on all the other ones, because then you kind of feel like an urge to sort of triple post and be like, okay, well, I put it there and put it here and put it there and just sort of put it everywhere. And this isn't me saying like we don't want your stuff, but I feel like there comes a point where we kind of, I don't know, like it's almost I don't want you to feel like you have to post the same things everywhere. You can treat stuff a bit differently in different places. So like it's.
And I would say Crafty Corner isn't just for stream crafting progress. Just
no, absolutely. That's
anything,
just
basically.
Yeah, that's
if you are crafting along during a stream, that is the place that you can put pictures of things that you are crafting if you wish. Yeah,
but if you've made a picture and you feel like it would suit going there of some kind, then go ahead and do that as well. Tend to pick which server. Yeah, exactly. But yes, you were going to suggest taking a break.
Yeah.
Should we?
I can sense that you just want to read loads more.
No, I'm good to take a break. It's getting a little bit warm in here.
Yes.
So I could do with a bit of a move.
Yes, I have finished my water and I probably need some more.
Yeah, I'm still.
It would be fun. Wouldn't it? It would be funny to post that one on TLJ. People would be very confused. Yes. Yeah. Like, what? Lime? buttresses. You put the lime on the buttresses. Oh no.
Right, we're going to do a break. We'll see you in 5 minutes.
Bye for now.
Okay, see you in a bit. Bye. hello. We're back. Hi. Welcome. I hope everyone's
Greetings.
had a good and worthwhile and fulfilling break. Greetings to you as well.
You definitely had the Sutty one. Hey,
Nice.
we're getting classical music stuck in people's heads.
Yay.
Yes,
It's one of my favourites.
Good things.
And I didn't
Also,
realise.
hello, Josh.
Oh yeah. Yes. Hello.
Sorry that you came in during the break. You seem to be absolutely nailing doing that every time. Good job.
Yeah. Yes, I didn't realise that there were like 3 different variations of the Sati gymnopedies that he'd done, and so it's like I knew
1, 2, and 3.
Well, yes, but I'm not okay.
And the Gnossiennes as well.
Yes, but you're my classical Shazam. I don't know this stuff. I go to you and go, "What's this?"
And I sit there going, "Oh, it's the thing that
yes, was this?
I played this
composer, or no? Oh, it was Bach.
Yeah, no, I'm fairly good at working out the composer. It's just a question of the actual piece.
Yeah, that's true. Well, because they're all like composition number 3 and composition number 4, or piece for piano. Like, oh, that's a real. Oh, did you? How long did it take to come up with that one?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about how quickly a lot of these composers wrote stuff, it's gets to a point where it's like I can't think of a name. Shut up. And also, at certain points in history, it's kind of been throughout classical music's history. There's been this stupid argument of whether pure music is better than programmatic music. Programmatic music usually being about something. For example, the Peer Gynt Suite,
right?
Or
well, if you write something with a subject in mind, you are somehow inferior.
Yeah, like if you're writing what's known as a tone poem, so basically a piece of music that is descriptive of a place or a thing happening or whatever, that is somehow inferior to just pure music for the sake of music, notes and harmony and stuff. And so nonsense. I think that also it's complete nonsense. But that was one of the big arguments, and I think it's still an argument that's going on today. It's complete bullshit. But I think that might have also been another reason for a lot of kind of boring names for pieces, is like I don't want to be thought of as a sort of popular composer in the sense of I'm writing something that people can access, God forbid. So exactly, art for art's sake.
I do see. Like there was a world in which I can see the very compelling counter argument that it lets you gatekeep, and we love to gatekeep, just to like say no, this is for us, this is ours, you out, go shoot. No, we are superior because we are on this side of the gate, and you on the other side of the gate. She'll never cross over because you are doing pish posh weak inferior nonsense, and people love that. That's it's so good.
I enjoyed the arm flailing.
Thanks. I'm Kermit. And yes,
apparently.
Yep.
Humans will indeed be pedantic about literally anything.
Yes.
Yeah, we will. I should probably do some new ones to put in the rotation for the break and intro music at some point. When I have time, I will. Yeah. I think I've got a couple of ones that I started and didn't finish.
I think the Sati was my only contribution to the list, because I was like, I know this one, I really like this one. I heard it in a video game and I like it, but also I knew it from before then, which is why I heard it. And I liked it when I heard it in a video game. So can we have it, please? I'm like, yeah, okay, fine.
Yes.
I will find the MIDI. And and I don't know which one it is. Keeps getting flagged up on YouTube for copyright claims.
Might be Brie Garrietta.
There's one of them. It's like it is like Andante for violin. It's like it's not. It's literally not. It is absolutely categorically not.
Yeah.
I don't. No, stop. Like no, but it is owned by this company that blanket claims all sorts of music that appears on YouTube. No, it's the composition is in the public domain, and the person that made it works for this channel.
Yeah. It's an annoying little thing.
And it's not like we have any monetization to lose by it, but it's the principle of the thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so yawning. I don't think I slept well last night. Oh, shall we read some Burns?
Let's do that. I'll put
which has reminded me of an Uxbridge English Dictionary one.
Right.
From Sorry I Haven't a Clue.
Right.
Which is pear tree. What posh poets write.
Oh my goodness.
I like that one. It's a good one.
Yeah.
I may have been listening to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue earlier today, so it's sort of on the brain. Yeah.
Right.
Oh no. Oh yes, the wordplay puns don't stop at the John's channel. I don't actually know how many puns we've got in the pun bot in the John's channel anymore.
No.
Far too many, and most of them are from me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, most of them are from I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. Via me. I am merely the mouthpiece of that radio show.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know what I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue is, it is the antidote to panel games. No, it is. Well, that's what they say it is. But it is a very long-running Radio 4 comedy panel show where a bunch of four people play very silly games that usually don't actually exist. For example, there's the game Mornington Crescent, which isn't a game. It just involves saying random tube station names.
Yeah.
And they get brilliant people on. They have rounds like singing one song to the tune of another. The Uxbridge English Dictionary, which is basically coming up with silly definitions of words. It's sound charades. That's another good one.
Right.
It's wonderful. Oh, Swanee Kazoo, that's the other one.
Right.
Trying to get through a song playing kazoo and Swanee whistle. It is a show that is a national treasure. It is wonderful, beautifully written. The host was Humphrey Lyttelton until he died, and very sadly, good old Humph. And now is Jack D, who is like the perfect person to take it on, because Humph would like the whole vibe of Humph and Jack is, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Why are you making me do this show?
Yeah.
So wait, which show? I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue is the name of the show, not I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue.
Yeah.
You have a one song to the tune of another song that sometimes pops up in your head out of the blue. Nice. Yes. There are some really good ones. There are some ones that really do fit.
Yeah.
And especially if they get someone with a decent voice on, like Rob Brydon, and they just go absolutely like 100% on it, and it's wonderful.
See, I can only do it when I realise I swapped to because I saw Josh's comment about looked away and the hose have become circles. Yes, this is for when we're actually reading stuff, but then we just got sidetracked onto a conversation.
Yeah.
So I'll put it. No, it's okay. I'll put us back on this for a sec.
I'm sorry, I haven't a clue.
That's fine. It's a thematically correct thing to get onto, I think, for a diversion. But like one song to a tune of another it's an affliction that I have, but I can only do it when it's like the snap to grid that takes place in my brain. Like for instance, say I had like Woodbridge Dog Disaster is on subject of Longest John songs. Woodbridge Dog Disaster to the tune of it's the other way around. It's they both fit. Fire and Flame by the Longest Johns to the tune of Woodbridge Dog Disaster.
Oh, nice.
Was early December 1917. The Great Emotion de Mont Blanc was her name. It fits and it works, and it will ruin the song for you. But I can only do that when it's like occurred naturally in my brain. I can't just take a song and try and sing it to another. I will trip over my feet. Yes, there we go. Oh no, that's the reaction.
There have been some.
Never the same. On the morning when Halifax burned, boys. On the morning when Halifax burned.
No, that is far too chippy.
Yes.
Chippy, chirpy. Chipper.
Yes.
Chipper.
Got him.
Blah, blah, blah.
It is a confusing combination. Tonally, it's enjoy that whiplash. See your doctor. But I love it. I love throwing the old chaos grenade. Oh, Emily Dickinson's entire oeuvre was ruined for me.
Oh,
and
no.
Someone pointed out you could set it to Gilligan's Island. Yes, it's because she uses the same meter, and there's a lot of different like tunes that you can fit that to, and I forget some of the examples, but yes,
Excellent.
Is it because I did not stop for death, he did not stop for me, or something else? I don't know the poem, and I'm probably misquoting it, but that. I'm trying to think of some of the other songs that it fits to. But anyway, should we read a thing?
Yeah, let's do some stuff.
Oh yeah, Amazing Grace and House of the Rising Sun. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, Here we go. If I don't know, I don't know what I want to read, so you're free to take
I
the helm.
I can do one.
I'll mute myself. You have the floor.
What do I want? What shall I do? Which one should we do? Which one should we do? Oh, that's quite nice. Yeah. Let's have some Tennyson, shall we? This is also recommended by Kat. I am just going through the poems that you guys put in, and I will go through some other ones. I realise I'm just currently just doing the ones that Kat sent in, but Lama also sent in some.
If you could send a link over as well, or
yes, I'm just trying to
stick that in chat actually, so that I can.
But I've lost where it went. Come back. Where did it go? Oh, it's there. Bloop. Where did it go? There it is. Ah, phone, move. I have so many tabs open.
She does. I actually have a lot of tabs open for this one as well.
Ha ha ha! I have more.
No.
You got overexcited and spammed way too many? No worries. It is good and fine.
Right, I'm going to mute myself again.
And your favourite is Christina Rossetti's Rebuke to Nice Guys. I don't know if I know that one. You'll have to. I probably do, but I can't think what it is right now, and I've lost my tab. Come back. Right. I don't know how much of this I will do. I might not do the Choric song afterwards because it's quite long. I don't know. Nah. Yeah, I might do the Choric song. We'll see. This might be a long one. But this is The Lotus Eaters by Alfred Lord Tennyson. And a fly that really wants to get up in my face. Courage, he said, and pointed toward the land. This mounting wave will roll us shoreward soon. In the afternoon they came unto a land in which it seemed always afternoon. All round the coast the languid air did swoon, breathing like one that hath a weary dream. Full-faced above the valley stood the moon, and, like a downward smoke, the slender stream along the cliff to fall and pause and fall did seem. A land of streams, some, like a downward smoke, slow-dropping veils of thinnest lawn did go, and some through wavering lights and shadows broke, rolling a slumberous sheet of foam below. They saw the gleaming river seaward flow from the inner land. Far off, 3 mountain tops, 3 silent pinnacles of aged snow, stood sunset flushed, and, dewed with showery drops, up clomb the shadowy pine above the woven copse. The charmed sunset lingered low adown in the red west. Through mountain clefts the dale was seen far inland, and the yellow down bordered with palm, and many a winding vale and meadow slept with slender galingale, a land where all things always seemed the same. And round about the keel with faces pale, dark faces pale against that rosy flame, the mild-eyed melancholy lotus-eaters came. Branches they bore of that enchanted stem, laden with flower and fruit, whereof they gave to each. But whoso did receive of them and taste, to him the gushing of the wave far, far away did seem to mourn and rave on alien shores. And if his fellow spake, his voice was thin, as voices from the grave, and deep asleep he seemed, yet all awake, and music in his ears his beating heart did make. They sat them down upon the yellow sand, between the sun and moon upon the shore, and sweet it was to dream of fatherland, of child and wife and slave, but evermore most weary seemed the sea, weary the oar, weary the wandering fields of barren foam. Then someone said, "We will return no more." And all at once they sang, "Our island home is far beyond the wave. We will no longer roam." And the choric song. 1. There is sweet music here that softer falls than petals from blown roses on the grass, or night dews on still waters between walls of shadowy granite in a gleaming pass. Music that gentlier on the spirit lies than tired eyelids upon tired eyes. Music that brings sweet sleep down from the blissful skies. Here are cool mosses deep, and through the moss the ivies creep, and in the stream the long-leaved flowers weep, and from the craggy ledge the poppy hangs in sleep. 2. Why are we weighed upon with heaviness, and utterly consumed with sharp distress, while all things else have rest from weariness? All things have rest. Why should we toil alone, we only toil, who are the first of things, and make perpetual moan, still from one sorrow to another thrown, nor ever fold our wings, and cease from wanderings, nor steep our brows in slumber's holy balm, nor hearken what the inner spirit sings, there is no joy but calm. Why should we only toil, the roof and crown of things? 3. Lo, in the middle of the wood, the folded leaf is wooed from out the bud, with white winds upon the branch, and there grows green and broad, and takes no care, sun steeped at noon, and in the moon, nightly dew fed, and turning yellow, falls, and floats adown the air. Lo, sweetened with the summer light, the full-juiced apple, waxing over-mellow, drops in a silent autumn night. All its allotted length of days the flower ripens in its place, ripens and fades, and falls, and hath no toil, fast-rooted in the fruitful soil. 4. Hateful is the dark blue sky vaulted o'er the dark blue sea. Death is the end of life. Ah, why should life all labour be? Let us alone. Time driveth onward fast, and in a little while our lips are dumb. Let us alone. What is it that will last? All things are taken from us and become portions and parcels of the dreadful past. Let us alone. What pleasure can we have to war with evil? Is there any peace in ever climbing up the climbing wave? All things have rest and ripen toward the grave in silence, ripen, fall and cease. Give us long rest or death, dark death, or dreamful ease. 5. How sweet it were, hearing the downward stream with half-shut eyes ever to seem falling asleep in a half-dream. To dream and dream, like yonder amber light, which will not leave the myrbush on the height, to hear each other's whispered speech, eating the lotus day by day, to watch the crisping ripples on the beach, and tender curving lines of creamy spray, to lend our hearts and spirits wholly to the influence of mild-minded melancholy, to muse and brood and live again in memory with those old faces of our infancy, heaped over with a mound of grass, 2 handfuls of white dust shut in an urn of brass. 6. Dear is the memory of our wedded lives, and dear the last embraces of our wives and their warm tears, but all hath suffered change. For surely now our household hearths are cold, our sons inherit us, our looks are strange, and we should come like ghosts to trouble joy. or else the island princes overbold have eat our substance, and the minstrel sings before them of the 10 years' war in Troy, and our great deeds as half-forgotten things. Is there confusion in the little isle? Let what is broken so remain. The gods are hard to reconcile. 'Tis hard to settle order once again. There is confusion worse than death, trouble on trouble, pain on pain, long labour unto aged breath, sore task to hearts worn out by many wars, and eyes grown dim with gazing on the pilot stars. 7. But, propped on beds of amaranth and molly, how sweet, while warm airs lull us, blowing lowly, with half-dropped eyelids still, beneath a heaven dark and holy, to watch the long, bright river drawing slowly his waters from the purple hill, to hear the dewy echoes calling from cave to cave through the thick-twined vine, to watch the emerald-coloured water falling through many a woven acanthus wreath divine, only to hear and see the far-off sparkling brine, only to hear was sweet, stretched out beneath the pine. 7. The lotus blooms below the barren peak. The lotus blows by every winding creek. All day the wind breathes low with mellower tone. Through every hollow cave and alley lone, round and round the spicy downs, the yellow lotus dust is blown. We have had enough of action, and of motion we, rolled to starboard, rolled to larboard when the surge was seething free, where the wallowing monster spouted his foam fountains in the sea. Let us swear an oath, and keep it with an equal mind, in the hollow lotus land to live and lie, reclined on the hills like gods together, careless of mankind. For they lie beside their nectar, and the bolts are hurled far below them in the valleys, and the clouds are lightly curled round their golden houses, girdled with the gleaming world, where they smile in secret, looking over wasted lands, blight and famine, plague and earthquake, roaring deeps and fiery sands, clanging fights and flaming towns, and sinking ships and praying hands. But they smile. They find a music centred in a doleful song steaming up, a lamentation and an ancient tale of wrong, like a tale of little meaning though the words are strong, chanted from an ill-used race of men that cleave the soil, sow the seed, and reap the harvest with enduring toil, storing yearly little dews of wheat and wine and oil, till they perish, and they suffer, some, 'tis whispered, down in hell, suffer endless anguish. Others in Elysian valleys dwell, resting weary limbs at last on beds of asphodel. Surely, surely slumber is more sweet than toil, the shore than labour in the deep mid-ocean, wind and wave and oar. O rest ye, brother mariners, we will not wander more. And that was The Lotus Eaters by Alfred Lord Tennyson.
Oh,
which honestly is basically about getting high.
no.
It's basically just like, I ate a partner, now I just want to sit here and just rest forever.
You ever just...
It's great.
Yeah.
I don't want to work anymore. It's just stay here. It's lovely. It basically is. It's just basically morphine.
But
But
this stuff should be free. They should give this to everyone.
let's give it.
You know, if they gave this to everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
You are uncannily good at being high.
This is my default state. through no intoxication. This is just how I function. That's all. What I do is I take the mask off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Fly, go away, shoot. But I'm glad you liked that cat. I like reading. Have you ever like really looked at a lotus? Yeah, exactly.
No, like really.
Like really, like in
really
there.
looks.
Just looks at a lotus.
Just no. You're not
face,
you're not doing it right. Here, look. Yeah, you're not doing it right. Look. Yeah, no, look. Yeah, as a lotus, like really. No, you're right. Look. Yeah, like yeah, like that. Yeah. Like look at it.
Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's.
Yeah. I can do this all day.
Yes, I know. Problem is, if anyone comes in, they're like, "Are these people high?"
No.
We're just very good at pretending.
Profoundly not.
No. I kind of want to read that Rossetti one at some point. Not right now.
Yeah.
But,
okay. I don't know. What do we want next? Because like you've actually like done research.
Oh,
and
it's
stuff.
this one. No, thank you, John. Yes, I know that one. Yeah, it's good. Sorry, carry on.
This is because you've done research. I'm like, well, I know there's The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe, a classic that
Yeah, you can
everybody
read The
knows.
Raven if you'd like.
I could do that. I did have a read.
Yeah.
I did go through some of the ones that I think it was Llama posted, which were like French poems that had been translated. And I was just.
Oh, did you get the one about the cat?
Yes, the cat, which has multiple translations, and I like the last one because they've actually like adapted it with its own rhyme scheme. Rather than like some of the others felt a little bit like just a sort of straight. I don't know. I without sitting and actually reading and analysing them all.
Yeah, let's get some French poems out here.
Do you want? Shall I read about a cat and then about a raven?
Yeah. Yes. Two of my favourite animals.
I did wonder. Do I actually feel confident enough to attempt one of these in French?
Oh boy.
Because where was it? Wait, did I close it? No. There's.
I don't know how many of chat will actually understand.
No, there's.
Although I imagine more of chat speak French than we anticipate.
Probably. There's The Grave Said to the Rose, which I was reading in French. Like I understand like half of this. La tombe dit à la rose, des pleurs dans l'aube ta rose. Que fais-tu, fleur des amours? La rose dit à la tombe. Que fais-tu de ce qui tombe dans ton gouffre ouvert toujours? It sounds like I'm taking the piss.
France, are you okay over there?
La rose dit tombeau sombre.
Sam doing a good job.
Dans l'ombre, un parfum d'ombre et de miel. La tombe dit fleur plantive de chaque amer qui m'arrive. Je fais un ange du ciel. What, are you trying to see if it can?
No, I'm just wondering if there's any Goethe.
Oh right, that's Chaz
Not
and Dave,
French,
isn't it?
obviously.
Oh, when you Goethe.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll read the English. You don't understand his French, but you're still okay. It's good. You can't say anything with your own. Okay, well, thank you. I did GCSE French.
Nice.
Very good at that.
So did I.
Yeah.
I did A-level German. Get me.
I did not.
Yeah.
I'll read the English of that for people that would like. The grave said to the rose, with the tears that dawn sprinkles upon you, what do you make, flower of love? The rose said to the tomb, what do you make of those who fall in your ever-open abyss? The rose said, sombre tomb, from these tears I make in the shade a fragrance of amber and honey. The tomb said, wistful flower, from each soul that arrives to me I make an angel in heaven. Badum-tis.
No, you ruined it.
It was long enough afterwards.
Yeah, it's quite a nice one, that.
Yeah, I liked it. I think it is nice.
I like French poetry in general is pretty great.
Yeah. I'll do the cat one in a second, just making a note.
Yeah.
With immaculate typing. Because, yeah, Victor Hugo, who I'm assuming is of...
Hugo.
Yeah.
Who is of the French sewer system book.
I was going to say more like the Hugo Awards, which is like a well-known science fiction award. Maybe
Victor Hugo's Les Mis.
Maybe. Well, not maybe to that, but I'm like, is this also Victor Hugo of the science fiction award?
I don't think so. I would assume not. I don't think he wrote any sci-fi. But I just
whether his name has been used for a literary award that has morphed into a sci-fi. I don't know.
Maybe that.
Because I thought that was literally named after Victor Hugo, and I was like, oh, well, this guy has the same name and is a writer. I don't know. I'm probably very wrong.
Maybe he wrote some sci-fi. I don't know.
As I say, I don't even know whether it's because he wrote sci-fi or whether just his name got put on it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, Hugo was the name. Hugo Gernsback. Oh, wow. I am deeply wrong. Where did I think it was?
I don't know. I was thinking it was a bit weird.
Yeah, I was genuinely, I was sure that it was like Victor Hugo was the name attached to that. But yeah, okay. I will.
Yeah, Les Mis to sci-fi.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean...
Oh, I've got another plane going over.
A
helicopter.
Found with the first magazine exclusive for sci-fi. Amazing Stories.
Amazing Stories.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm thinking of someone else. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you were thinking of Victor Hugo.
Okay.
Do you want to read a poem?
Yeah, let's move on to that. I'm still on the
Which one's this? The cat?
Read Lisha. I will not be. Thank you. And for those of you wanting, it's the last one on the list, translated by Roy Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes a little something like this. A fine, strong, gentle cat is prowling in his bedroom, as in my brain, so soft his voice, so smooth its strain, that you can scarcely hear him meowling. But should he venture to complain or scold, the voice is rich and deep, and thus he manages to keep the charm of his untroubled reign. This voice, which seems to purl and filter through my soul's inmost shady nook, fills me with poems like a book, and fortifies me like a filter. His voice can cure the direst pain, and it contains the rarest raptures, the deepest meanings which it captures. It needs no language to explain. There is no bow that can so sweep that perfect instrument, my heart, or make more sumptuous music start from its most vibrant chord and deep, that can the voice of this strange elf, this cat, bewitching and seraphic, subtly harmonious in his traffic with all things else and with himself. So sweet a perfume seems to swim out of his fur, both brown and bright. I nearly was embalmed one night from only once caressing him. Familiar la of where I stay, he rules, presides, inspires and teaches all things to which his empire reaches. Perhaps he is a god or fay. When to a cherished cat my gaze is magnet drawn, and then returns back to itself, it there discerns with strange excitement and amaze, deep down in my own self, the rays of living opals, torchlight gleams, and pallid fire of eyes, it seems, that fixedly return my gaze. It's basically Tiger, but about a cat.
Which is just cooler because cats are cool. Tiger, the cat.
Exactly. Is just someone who like, oh man, I love this cat. This cat's so cool.
Yeah, my cat's awesome.
I'm going to write a poem about how great you are and how great I think you are. Let's go, cat. William Blake said, but what about tigers? They're like, what fearful hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? Yeah, get over yourself. Look at my cat. Yeah. My cat is amazing.
Yeah.
Get you a partner that thinks of you like Baudelaire thinks of his cat. Exactly. We'll get you a cat as cool as Baudelaire's, but that's all cats. So
yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That's just cats, isn't it?
Yeah. But yes, I like that one.
Yeah, it's good.
And say I didn't pay as much attention to the other ones, but I like that seems to have actually not just translated it to English, but kind of adapted it as well.
Yeah.
I
want to read the Christina Rossetti one.
Okay.
And then do you want to do the Raven?
Yeah, and then we can do some sketches.
Yes, we will go back to some. But I think okay, because we've nearly been up for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I think let's do that Raven. Sketches, and then I think it is only right and proper and true that we should finish with another McGonagall
close with
poem.
Yeah, I was going to say we need a good closer for this.
We need a good closer.
Yeah.
Possibly one we may have read before, maybe because there are some really good ones that we've done before, and I can't remember. Okay,
well you've got some time while I'm doing the Raven to pick. But
I'll have a look whilst you're doing the Raven.
Yeah.
Right, let's go to.
I'm going to mute myself. You have the floor.
This banger of a poem. This is No Thank You, John by Christina Rossetti. I never said I loved you, John. Why will you tease me day by day and wax a weariness to think upon with always do and pray? You know I never loved you, John. No fault of mine made me your toast. Why will you haunt me with a face as wan as shows an hour-old ghost? I dare say Meg or Mole would take pity upon you if you'd ask. And pray don't remain single for my sake, who can't perform that task. I have no heart. Perhaps I have not. But then you're mad to take offence that I don't give you what I have not got. Use your common sense. Let bygones be bygones. Don't call me false, who owed not to be true. I'd rather answer no to 50 Johns than answer yes to you. Let's mar our pleasant days no more. Songbirds of passage, days of youth. Catch at today, forget the days before. I'll wink at your untruth. Let us strike hands as hearty friends. No more, no less, and friendship's good. Only don't keep in view ulterior ends and points not understood in open treaty. Rise above quibbles and shuffling off and on. Here's friendship for you if you like, but love, no thank you, John. It is so modern.
Wow.
For when it is written, and it's savage, and I love it.
When was that written?
Like 1800s, isn't it? Women have been annoyed at guys for a heck of a long time.
Really? You mean it's not a modern invention? Huh. Who knew?
Yeah, mad. Christina Rossetti is awesome. I agree. She is wonderful. Yeah, absolute perfection. I think I have a collection of her poems downstairs as well.
Great.
Because my mum studied English, and my mum is a big poetry fan. She likes poetry. And therefore we have a lot of books that she studied when she was younger, and some of them actually have her writing in them, which is quite entertaining. Of, as she will admit now, very pretentious student.
Oh yeah.
Especially in things like Hardy. It's like a bit sort of wishy-washy, but also like stuff like Rossetti and Dickinson and co. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we've got like a big old book of Rossetti poems downstairs.
Nice.
But from a badass cool woman to a absolutely not badass kind of loser of a guy. Not you, Poe.
And also Edgar Allan Poe. Who's going to read
not
you?
Yeah, I realised.
Wow. Just no,
I am
fair.
not referring to Sam here. I am referring to Edgar Allan Poe. Wasn't the greatest.
Just rub with it. That's fine. I'm just wondering if I can sneak in some Aesop Rock lyrics in here and call it poetry.
No.
What? Oh, come on! You told me.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant Into the Raven.
No. Oh, no. That
Okay.
would be
No.
that would be a
I get it.
challenge.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not. Yeah. No. I just.
Lucy Manette kind of needs to say that poem to Sidney Carton. Absolutely.
Like.
It's like thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah. Got him. Yeah. Let's.
Link.
Oh yes.
Hast thou a link for
Links.
chat?
Yes. There we go. Links to Rings by Aesop Rock.
Let's go.
I used to draw hard. No, anyway. I can do bits of it.
No.
No, it's fine. It would sound like slam poetry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing wrong with that.
All right.
You
Well,
have
then
to
let's.
deliver it with conviction, though.
I can.
Oh, I know. Should do the Raven first.
Okay, fine. Before I embarrass myself. The
You've already done that.
The whitest, most middle class thing I can do. Right, let's go.
Yeah.
The second whitest, most middle class thing I can do. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this, and nothing more." Ah, distinctly I remember, it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here for evermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door, some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door, this it is, and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping, tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more." Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore." This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, "Lenore," merely this and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning, soon again I heard a tapping somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what thereat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter, when, with many a flirt and flutter, in there steeped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but, with mien of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched upon the bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou," I said, "art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." Much I marvelled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore, for we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculptured bust above his chamber door, with such a name as Nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely on the placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing farther then he uttered, not a feather then he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, "Other friends have flown before, on the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before." Then the bird said, "Nevermore." Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken, "Doubtless," said I, "what it utters is its only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master, whom unmerciful disaster followed fast, and followed faster, till his songs one burden bore, till the dirges of his hope that melancholy burden bore, of never, nevermore." But the raven, still beguiling all my fancy into smiling, straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of bird and bust and door. Then, upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking "Nevermore." This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining on the cushion's velvet lining that the lamplight gloated o'er, but whose velvet violet lining with the lamplight gloating o'er she shall press, nevermore. Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. "Wretch!" I cried, thy God hath lent thee, by these angels he hath sent thee, respite, respite and nepenthe from my memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff this kind nepenthe, and forget this lost Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, whether tempter sent, or whether tempest tossed thee here ashore. Desolate, yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted. Tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, by that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aidenn it shall clasp a sainted maiden whom the angels name Lenore, clasp a rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Be that word our sign of parting, bird or fiend, I shrieked, upstarting, get thee back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of that lie thy soul hath spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken, quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak from out my heart, and take thy form from off my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never flitting, still is sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamplight o'er him streaming throws his shadows on the floor, and my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore. The end.
Woo!
Yay!
Why Lenore, kids?
Yeah.
It's just
yeah.
The End of the Raven by Edgar Allan Poe's cat. Oh, that sounds great. But yeah, it's just it does just feel like an ad for Lenore.
Well, that, or it's like the raven just kind of sitting there going, nevermore, 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 and eventually, like it feels like. Sort of like a D's nuts kind of joke. Like the raven is setting itself up for a D's, and Poe just walks straight into it, face first. Then just nevermore, nevermore. Like, what do you mean? What? It's yeah, it's just kind of setting himself up for one of those, and Poe just takes the bait and goes with it. Like, fine, you got me, nevermore. Ha ha, she's gone. No, I'm sad. What do you mean by nevermore? Oh, you speak of Lenore? Yeah, it rhymes. You got me. These nuts. So yeah, that's like that. That's kind of how it feels to me. But with a bit of class, and you can't really deliver a D's nuts joke down here. So yeah. Did you have something else you wanted to?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think we're gonna do some sketches.
Yeah, probably. Seems like a thing. Yeah. Which were where do you want to start?
Ooh, where do we want to start? Should we do Men with Ven?
Sure. Yes.
This is another.
You now need me to deliver a D's nuts joke in a velvety bass tone. I don't have one to hand.
What, a velvety bass tone or a D's nuts joke?
Both. At some point.
That's a lie. You have a velvety bass tone to hand.
Why, thank you. At some point, I will have to do a horse joke, but not today.
Oh God.
or the coffin. I could do the coffin. No. Let's do Man with a Van.
The coffin genuinely pains me because of how effing long it took me to actually get it. Like, actually, I don't think I got it until the punchline.
Well, no, that's
usually
the idea.
I'm really good at picking. No, I know, but usually I'm really good at. Oh, I see where this is going. But I just remember it just completely blindsided me, and for like a good 10 minutes, I was just like, no. How dare! How dare! You don't need to apologise, Thunder.
No. You're all
It was
good.
all good.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Yeah. Should we do this one?
Yeah, let's go.
Right.
We are on the right scene. Yep, all good. Right.
Yep. Take one.
Okay, 1 second. I'm just making a note of this in the list. We have got through a lot of things today.
Yeah.
Right.
Ready?
Yes.
Oh, hello. I saw your sign.
Yeah,
Man with van.
that's me.
No job too big or small. Satisfaction guaranteed.
That's right, yeah.
Good. You see, I have a killer whale.
A what?
An orca, if you prefer. And I need it moved from SeaWorld Bristol to Edinburgh Zoo.
Right.
She weighs 6.5 tons and must, of course, be kept in strictly temperature-controlled salt water at all times.
Why are you telling me this?
Well, it's a big job.
Yeah.
And for you, of course, no job is too big.
Yeah, within reason.
Oh, within reason.
Yeah, obviously within reason. Yeah, you need a specialist for something like that.
Well, interestingly, no, I don't, because I do not, in fact, have a killer whale or indeed an orca.
Then, what
What I have is a crusading desire to correct false and misleading advertising wherever I go.
Get out.
So I take it you will amend your sign
Come on, clear off, you weirdo.
to read some jobs too big.
I mean it, sod off.
Wait. I've got another job for you.
I don't want to hear it, get out.
No, really. A real job. I'll pay you.
What is it?
I want you to pick up something for me.
What?
A packet of
A
crisps.
packet of crisps.
No job too small.
Where from? All right.
Oh, thank you.
My pleasure, that'll be 300 quid.
Realised we needed a
Yeah,
chopping
suddenly, oh no, we don't have Foley.
suddenly.
I don't have crisps to hand.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yes, Andy Pants, it is that. It's
No,
awful.
you're not supposed to say that.
Douglas and Martin vibes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Martin.
Right. What other ones do we want to do?
There was where's the
We should finish with of the sketches. Oh, I won't name the one, but the short one just before the ghost story. Do
Yes.
we want to do that one? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we have any others that we were going to do?
Well, you wanted to do painting advice.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
I did.
I think we
Yes.
just scroll through these episodes. These are from, if anyone that's shown up late and didn't catch it, these are skits from John Finnemore's Souvenir Programme, which explains the Douglas and Martin vibes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. I think painting advice and then that one, and then we'll do a McGonagall poem, and then we could probably finish, yeah?
The ghost story?
Oh, okay. Painting advice, ghost story, that one, McGonagall.
Right. We don't
Okay.
leave until you get back and Sensei. Right.
Yeah. No. We're the Spanish Inquisition. We have four main things.
Fear,
surprise. And I've said that already.
Oh, coming again. Right.
That explains so much.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, Thunder.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Where to go? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Of course you must. I mean, you've just got to.
Wait, hang on. Which one
What?
are we doing first?
Oh,
that one.
That one. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I thought painting advice first.
Oh no. I was just going to do this one because it's.
Okay, we'll do this one.
Sorry.
Go for it.
Right,
Right.
good. We'll go again. Okay, everyone,
Yeah.
places.
Take two,
Okay,
take
good.
two.
Right.
It's like-
Okay, good. And lights. Of course you must. I mean, you've just got to.
How can I, Matt? How can I leave you and the kids for so long?
Because you'll never get another opportunity like it. It's not just the job you've always wanted. It's an expenses paid trip, all expenses paid trip to Barbados, for God's sake.
I know, but 6 months? I don't think I can. It's not fair on you.
Look, I'll cope. I've got some leave saved up. My sister will help out. We'll make this work somehow. You just can't pass this up.
I don't know.
Tina, you have to. Listen to me. You have to go.
Ring, ring.
Oh, hello?
Oh, hi, Matt. It's Paul. Is your wife around?
Oh, didn't you hear? She's gone to the West Indies.
Oh, Jamaica?
Yes, I did.
Budum Tish.
Got him! We'll
The
wait for the chat to
classic.
catch up. Yep.
The absolute classic.
Right.
John Finnemore, you are a cruel man.
Boo.
And no, yeah, boo. Very boo. I love it. Arian's response is just ...
Yep.
Yeah, just disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, you missed it. What?
You missed it. What, as in you missed the joke, or you missed the actual thing? You don't get it. Oh no.
Oh no.
Jamaica, as in did you make her?
Yes. It is a very oft used joke. I guess at least in the English language of
Yeah. It's probably not great for other languages.
But yes. Yeah, Jamaica being the name of the country. It's like, oh yeah, my wife's just gone to the Caribbean. Jamaica. No, she went of her own accord.
Yeah.
It's
Mm-hmm. All right, straight on to the next one. Painting advice.
Painting advice. Okay. Who was I again?
You were Fisher.
Okay. Right. Ready?
Yeah.
Hush, 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 hush. Ah, Mr. Constable.
Ah, good morning, Fisher.
At your easel bright and early, I see.
Indeed, yes, and yet do you know, for all the good it's done me, I might as well have stayed abed.
Oh, come, I'm sure that's not so.
Well then, take a look yourself.
Oh, no, not your best work, perhaps.
Amongst my worst, sir.
You have included a lot of sky, have you not?
I have, yes, a lot of sky.
A lot?
Yes, far more than I planned. And yet, somehow I still feel unable to capture the scope of the beautiful downs. They seem hemmed in, as if cramped by the very canvas. I don't...
I believe I have it.
Indeed.
If I just make a small adjustment?
By all means.
There.
Oh!
You had your canvas set on portrait mode. This is, of course, a landscape.
Oh, of course! Thank you. Do you know, I'm always doing that.
Hey, we got him again.
Yeah! Yeah. That's another very dumb one.
Yeah, it's just... a good punchline is the kind you just walk into. Wait. Oh.
Yeah, just like, oh god, why? Yeah, I got that one. Hooray! Nice.
Right, what was next?
Ghosts.
Ghosts. Right, ghosts. Ghost story. This was going to be a challenge. It's going to be fun, but I will.
Yeah.
I'm going to struggle. Right. Okay. Let's see if we can pay attention.
So for reference as well, for those of you who not sure you got that one. No. As in when your smartphone's on portrait mode rather than landscape mode. That, but old painters.
Yes.
Yes, for context for this one, there is a recurring character in all of John Finnemore's sketches, well, not all of them, but a lot of them, who always tells stories without anybody asking, and he's a bit obnoxious, and it's great. And so this is one of his.
This is like the first one of those, I guess, because it's from episode 1.
Yes.
Just making a note of that. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So. You were right. Yes, I see which ones you were. I'm so going to get lost. I will read the wrong line, and I apologise for this in advance.
It's fine. Just breathe.
Okay, water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there would be a musical sting here, but there was not. So just imagine a sort of
a cow somewhere.
Yes, moo. The cow serenade is known as. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Well. Since you ask me for a ghost story, I did once hear of a peculiar occurrence, the nation of which may divert you. It began when I dropped in on my club one night. It was the evening of the annual club game of Hey Ho Rumbelow, in which we line up 6 of the shortest members of the club and attempt to knock them down with the fattest member, all without waking the sleepiest member. It is my job on these occasions, as the club's most boring member, to sit in a side room by myself and not talk to anyone. For every 15 minutes I successfully do this, I am awarded with a try, although curiously tries play no other part in the scoring system. I had just scored my 5th try when I was joined by a losing sportsman from the game next door. He was a tall, lean man with salt and pepper hair and a sandy moustache. I should explain that the forfeits in Hey Ho Rumbelow are predominantly powdery in nature. I cannot remember how we got onto the subject of the otherworldly and supernatural. It may be because that's what I always bang on about. Or it may not. "Are you yourself a believer?" I asked him, and he shook his head emphatically, but when we had both finished coughing, I noticed he seemed suddenly unsure. "Mind you," he said, "there was one peculiar thing for which I could never find a rational explanation." Intrigued, I urged him to tell his story, and, pausing only to comb the icing sugar from his mutton chops, he began. "Well, I was leaving this very club not 2 weeks ago, but 4 years ago. It was a cold night, and I reached into my jacket pocket. I tell you this partly because it is germane to my story, and partly because I like saying jacket pocket, jacket pocket, jacket pocket. It was my tobacco pouch I sought, but instead I found a letter. But a letter I had not put there myself, and indeed had never seen before. It was an epistle from... Was it an epistle from the other world? Had it been placed there by a time-travelling future version of myself? Had I picked up the wrong jacket? Whatever the explanation, the letter made curious reading. Here is how it went. "My dear uncle, my cycling tour continues tolerably well. The weather is unusually hot for February, but then, of course, it is July. I have taken lodgings for a few days at a quaint inn by the name of the Horse and the Other Horses, where I intend to do a little angling, a little reading, and a little smack. My landlady is a jolly countrywoman whose cheery smile proclaims her a worthy hostess, and whose flowery forearms proclaim her a but indifferent player of Hey Ho Rumbelow. One evening we got to talking, and she told me a story more terrifying and inexplicable than any I have ever heard, but you shall be the judge, uncle, for I shall set it down here in her own words as best I can."
"Well, sir, this were the way of it. 'Twas a dark December night, and I was busy in the pantry, panting, when alls of a sudden I hears a most terrible banging at the side door, and in bursts old Wilf. Now everyone knew old Wilf. He was the local ne'er-do-well poacher and murderer, but he never meant anyone any harm, 2/3 of the time, and now the poor soul was white as a sheet. I poured him a brandy and helped him to a chair. He drained the glass in one, but still he could not speak. I poured him another brandy and helped him to another chair, but still he could say nothing. I'd run out of brandy by this time, but I helped him to 3 or 4 more chairs, and when at last his head was bumping up against the ceiling, he managed to tell his story. And a more blood-curdling tale of terror I hopes I shall never live to see the like. This is what he said. I went for a walk, and I saw a ghost. That's all he said, sir, and all he ever would say, so long as he lived, that he went for a walk and saw a ghost."
And so concluded the woman's tale, and for my part a most remarkable one I find it, involving, as it does, a man who went for a walk and saw a ghost. Your affectionate nephew, Cyril. And that was the end of the letter. I put it back in my jacket pocket, and never thought of it till now, when you, sir, reminded me of the curious tale of the man who went for a walk and saw a ghost, said my new friend. So there you have it. Be you devout believer, or no less devout skeptic, from henceforth you must find some accommodation in your convictions for the fact that you once met a man, who found a letter from a man, who stayed with a woman, who knew a man, who went for a walk and saw a ghost. Although there is a sequel to this tale, in point of fact, I saw the same man again the next night. "Ah, I'm glad to catch you," he said. "I looked at that letter again, you know, when I got home. There was a P.S. I'd never noticed before. It read, P.S. As I was on my way to post this, my landlady stopped me in the hall and said,
Oh, sir, my husband says I got that story I told you last night wrong. According to him, Old Wolf said, I went for a walk and I saw a goat, he said. Sorry about that, sir. He saw a goat.
She said, Sorry about that, uncle. He saw a goat. It read. Sorry about that, old man. He saw a goat. He said, So there you are. Never think that we are alone, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight you have heard proof positive that this world of ours is also walked by goats.
I like that one.
Nailed it. Actually nailed it. That is... It is such a confusing script to read.
It is, as I said earlier, it's a Russian doll of a script because it's a character within a character within a character speaking.
Like
it's the classic. Well, it's the classic thing that we've discovered with like things like Dracula and stuff. It's like a book written by someone who is writing about someone who is getting letters from someone else who is telling them about something someone else said in the letters.
Well, yeah, and it's like Bram Stoker writing in Dracula as Dr. Seward, who is giving an account of what Jonathan Harker said to Renfield in his meeting. It's like, oh, please, just narrate this yourself. It's a cool conceit, but it's and especially with this, where like, well, not least because we're playing multiple characters. I guess if you have like an actor for each character, it's a little bit easier. But actually having to like read along and be, oh, here's where I come in. It's that was the meta telephone game. It's inherently confusing. Yes, it is. I mean, that's the point of it. But yeah, I like that this sort of apes that kind of style of literally the stories we have been reading. The M.R. James, one time I had an account of a most strange and unusual thing that happened to, well, not to me, but to a man that I met once when I was out walking. And he sat me down and he said, have you heard about the, like, oh, okay, yeah, it's a little bit removed now, but sure.
Yeah.
But yes.
Pick a McGonagall each.
Ooh,
Frankenstein's ship's captain relating the story being related to him by somebody talking about somebody else. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were about to say something.
I was going to say, I don't know which McGonagall one I would read. I see them all and I don't know which ones are the best. So, I don't know. If you have a couple, I will take a suggestion. I'm trying to remember which.
I mean, there are some that are just
start rolling dice. Oh, but there were so many poems.
Wait, there's a listen to this poem on one of them?
No, that's.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's read by an AI.
No.
Oh, that's even better. That's even better.
Oh, that sounds like a horrible, horrible treat. That's when your mum goes, "Oh, I've got you some chocolate." Really? Well, it's carob, and
it's an American as well.
At on time in America, many years ago, large grey wolves wanted to wander to and fro, and from the farmyards they carried pigs and calves away, which they devoured ravenously without dismay.
Wait, what are you reading?
Another poem.
Oh, you found another one.
This is Saved by Music. I think we've read this one.
Oh, I think we have read this one, but yeah, it's a good one. I've got one as well. You do yours, I'll do mine.
Okay. Do you want me to carry on in my impression of an AI? No. Okay. I'll start again.
Also, thank you for being here, Thunder.
Indeed, thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed it. Reminder to everybody, the VOD will be going up on YouTube probably in the next hour or two.
Yeah.
Right, this, I guess, which I've tricked myself into reading. There we go. Saved.
By our patron saint,
William Topaz McGonagall. Let's get some topes in chat. Let's do a bit of that. Boom. There we go.
Let's get some buttresses. In
yep.
Chat.
I've not read this one through just now, so if it suddenly gets problematic, I will stop. I hope before I read anything bad. But let's go. Saved by Music. At on time in America, many years ago, large grey wolves wont to wander to and fro, and from the farmyards they carried pigs and calves away, which they devoured ravenously, without dismay. But, as the story goes, there was a fiddler called Old Dick, who was invited by a wedding party to give them music in the winter time when the snow lay thick upon the ground, and the rivers far and near were frozen all around. So away went Dick to the wedding as fast as he could, walking cautiously along o'er the crisp and crackling snow. Fast as he could go, And the path was a narrow one, the greater part of the way, through a dark forest which filled his heart with dismay. And when hurrying onward not to be late at the festival, he heard the howl of a wolf which did his heart appall. And the howl was answered, and as the howl came near, poor old Dick, fiddle in hand, began to shake with fear. And as the wolves gathered in packs from far and near, old Dick in the crackling bushes did them hear, and they ran along to keep pace with him. Then poor Dick began to see the danger he was in. And every few minutes a wolf would rush past him with a snap, with a snapping sound like the ring of a steel trap. And the pack of wolves gathered with terrible rapidity, so that Dick didn't know whether to stand or flee. And his only chance, he thought, was to keep them at bay by preserving the greatest steadiness without dismay, until he was out of the forest and on open ground, where he thought a place of safety might be found. He remembered an old hut stood in the clearing, and towards it he was slowly nearing, and the hope of reaching it urged him on, but he felt a trifle dispirited and woebegone. And the poor fellow's heart with fear gave a bound when he saw the wolves' green eyes glaring all around, and they rushed at him boldly, one after another, snapping as they passed, which to him was great bother. And Dick sounded his fiddle and tried to turn them back, and the sound caused the wolves to leap back in a crack, when Dick took to his heels at full run. But now poor Dick's danger was only begun, for the wolves pursued him without delay. But Dick arrived at the hut in great dismay, and had just time to get on the roof and play, and at its strains of music the wolves felt gay. And for several hours he sat there in pain, knowing if he stopped playing the wolves would be at him again. But the rage of the wolves abated to the subduing strains, and at last he was rewarded for all his pains. For the wedding party began to weary for some music, and they all came out to look for old Dick, and on top of the hut they found him fiddling away, and they released him from his dangerous position without dismay. Thank you.
Yeah, there were a lot of without delays and dismays.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah, Billy McGonagall drinking game, everybody would be on the floor by this point. Also, just realised I was like, this isn't a Fiddler on the Roof reference, is it? If so, oh god.
Yeah. And like for in the interest of full disclosure, Dick in the story was black, but I did not want to use the word that McGonagall used to describe him. Just I'm not comfortable.
Oh, right.
It's not like the really bad one, as I understand it, but it's still like it's
it's outdated.
We have better words for this, and I couldn't think of one on the hoof. So there you go.
Well, from definitely not problematic to definitely not problematic.
Oh.
Would you like about a poem about women's suffrage?
Oh, yes.
It's all right. Billy Topaz was in favour.
Yes. Yeah.
But let us finish with Billy. Sorry. I should call him by his full name. William Topaz McGonagall. Sorry, Billy to us. He's our friend.
Yeah.
Us is in this channel. This is literally called Women's Suffrage.
Oh yeah, I was just trying to find it.
Billy T. McGonagall with his wonderful poems and excellent titles. I have a link. I should put it in the chat. There we go. Right, are we ready? I don't think we're ever ready for any of William McGonagall's poems.
Yeah, ain't ready, chat. I'm going to mute myself.
Do this. Yeah. This is Women's Suffrage by William Topaz McGonagall. Fellow men, why should the Lords try to despise and prohibit women from having the benefit of the parliamentary franchise when they pay the same taxes as you and me? I consider they ought to have the same liberty.
And I consider if they are not allowed the same liberty, from taxation every one of them should be set free. And if they are not, it is really very unfair, and an act of injustice I most solemnly declare. Women, farmers, have no protection as the law now stands, and many of them have lost their property and lands, and have been turned out of their beautiful farms by the unjust laws of the land and the sheriff's alarms. And in my opinion, such treatment is very cruel, and fair play, 'tis said, is a precious jewel, but such treatment causes women to fret and to dote, because they are deprived of the parliamentary franchise vote. In my opinion, what a man pays for he certainly should get, and if he does not, he will certainly fret. And why wouldn't women do the very same? Therefore, to demand the parliamentary franchise, they are not to blame. Therefore, let them gather and demand the parliamentary franchise. Sorry. And I'm sure no reasonable man will their actions despise, for trying to obtain the privileges most unjustly withheld from them, which Mr. Gladstone will certainly encourage and never condemn. And as for the working women, many are driven to the point of starvation, all through the tendency of the legislation. Besides, upon members of Parliament they have no claim as a deputation, which is a very great shame. Yes, the Home Secretary of the present day against working women's deputations has always said, nay, because they haven't got the parliamentary franchise. That is the reason why he does them despise. And that, in my opinion, is really very unjust. But the time is not far distant, I most earnestly trust, when women will have a parliamentary vote. And many of them, I hope, will... Sorry. And many of them, I hope, will wear a better petticoat. And I hope that God will aid them in this enterprise and enable them to obtain the parliamentary franchise and rally together and make a bold stand and demand the parliamentary franchise throughout Scotland. And do not rest day or night, because your demands are only right in the eyes of reasonable men and God's eyesight, and heaven, I'm sure, will defend the right. Therefore, go on, brave women, and never fear, although your case may seem dark and drear, and put your trust in God, for he is strong. And ye will gain the parliamentary franchise. Oh, and ye will gain the parliamentary franchise before very long. Oh, sorry. That is such a hard one to get through.
As we go marching, we battle too for men. For they are women's children, and we mother them again. Our lives shall not be sweetened from birth until life closes. Hearts starve as well as bodies. Give us bread, but give us roses.
Give us
also
the
the parliamentary franchise.
It's the fact that it's just shoehorned in to every single sentence he can, and is not even slightly scanning, and it's such a long phrase.
Like, your heart was in the right place, my guy.
Oh, absolutely. Oh God, lest they should fret or wear warm. Yes, the petticoat one. I forgot about that bit. Yeah, when women will have a parliamentary vote, and many of them, I hope, will wear a better petticoat.
It's like, yeah, this guy.
Oh.
Like, what?
Yeah, I think he means it as in like they can buy themselves a better petticoat.
Yeah.
But dude, oh bless him.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, I would love to know if he actually like wrote this and wanted it published in a newspaper, or wrote this and
I feel
wanted
like
it
he wanted it read in
sent
Parliament
to
or something.
Parliament. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
It's like, you can't just keep on doing everything that you're trying to do in poems, which quite frankly are not very poetic. You're reading his Wikipedia page. Oh yes, I love his Wikipedia page. The chief criticism are that he was deaf to poetic metaphor and unable to scan correctly. His only apparent understanding of poetry was his belief that it needed to rhyme.
And he didn't even do that.
And it didn't even work. Oh, bless him. Oh. Billy Topaz, you will live in our hearts forever. Yeah. You are the best. We love you so much, but good God, you are. Oh, feminist icon Billy T. McConnell. Yeah, this is the thing. A lot of his views good for him.
Yeah.
For like wanting women's rights and wanting women to have the vote and everything, and wanting
Yeah.
the poor to not be poor and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But he could have written it just in like a pamphlet.
Yeah, this this could have been an address and not another poem.
Yeah. Also, yeah, not the place you expected to hear no taxation without representation.
Yeah.
No.
I was like, oh yeah, cool, good one.
It's like, yeah, if you're not represented, shouldn't be taxed.
Yeah.
For all the wrong reasons, you are a crowd favourite. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you are reading it out now. Yeah.
Exactly. Like
He has
that's
stood the test of time. Although
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he's another one that's quite a niche. I wonder if if you spoke to like someone who is doing like a degree in English or something, English literature or something in uni, whether if you mentioned the name William McGonagall to them, whether they'd know or not. Because I don't. Again, I'm just using my mum as a reference because she is the person in my family who did English lit at uni. And I imagine I think she said she had heard of him, but it's my dad who bless him he like reads a lot more comedy than my mum. He's the one who knows of and introduced me to Billy T. McGonagall.
Yeah. I mean that's a different kind of fame, but like, I mean, there is no lie detected in what Aaron said. We are reading it now. Like this work does exist, archived in a place where we can read it, and we are reading it now. It has unquestionably, unarguably stood a test of time that other things haven't. Which doesn't necessarily speak to the quality of the work, but it absolutely had something to it that
it has
makes us do
power.
this. Yeah.
There we go. You're the most terrible bird I've ever heard of. But you have heard of me.
It's
yes, exactly.
Kind of, I know, it was like an analogy I was working on yesterday of like it's like it's the sort of the discarded plastic packaging in a landfill or something like that. It's like we didn't really expect this to stand. This wasn't what we were interested in at the time. Was the thing that was within it, and this is just like the plastic wrapper. But the thing that's within it has been destroyed and smashed and recycled and gone and disappeared. Whereas this plastic box that it was in has stood the test of time and will not biodegrade for centuries, and that's what will be found in the future. And like this is our legacy. So yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know if anybody has seen a picture of his gravestone.
Oh yes.
His gravestone has an epitaph from him that just says, "I am your gracious majesty, ever faithful to thee, William McGonagall, the poor poet that lives in Dundee." God bless him. I mean, absolutely, have your own poetry on it.
Yeah.
And it's William McGonagall, poet and tragedian. Tragedian?
Tragedition?
How do you tradite that?
When the feeling's gone and you can't go on.
Nice. But yeah, oh my goodness me. I can't say that. Why can't I say
tragedian?
This? Tragedian. That's really hard for me to say.
Oh. Haunted by the thought of what I should have been continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Nap on the front lawn, look a bit. Sorry. What?
There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen, and oxygen, and nitrogen, and rhenium, and nickel, and neodymium, and tritium, germanium, and iron, americium, ruthenium, and uranium. Turns out we can both speak quickly.
Yeah, okay. Fine.
If we memorize things.
Yeah. Or, yes.
Or read them.
Well, I have it in front of me as a prop.
Were you reading
no,
off the screen?
No, I was not actually. That one was memorised.
Yeah, I thought you'd memorise that.
Yeah.
You've done that.
Yeah.
Is Billy T the plastic box of poets? He is.
Yes.
Billy T McGonagall is the Tupperware of poets. There we go. Quote me on that.
Yeah.
It's been 1 week.
Oh, I can't do that.
Oh, but yes, we love and respect, I think, William Topaz McGonagall here as our patron saint and inspiration for doing things enthusiastically, no matter how good or not they are.
Yeah. Put your head down and just go. Make things. Do stuff.
And if you do it with enough charisma, you'll be
Well,
remembered
just
for a
enough passion,
very long
just
time.
passion and enthusiasm. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Just,
That would have been a good epitaph on him, on
Yeah.
his thing, to be remembered for a very long time.
so you
even
just put
the
your head
best-
down and go, just, "Meh, I'm going through it. Bunk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, an even better epitaph. The stronger we are houses do build, the less chance we have of being killed. That would be good. That would be good.
This has been a party political broadcast from the William McGonagall Topaz Centre for Health and Safety. Thank you.
Yeah. Buttresses.
Buttresses. And buttresses due.
Unless he died in a broken house. I don't believe he did.
No.
But also that would be kind of ironic.
Yeah.
Respect feels disingenuous, but also correct. Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
you've got to respect him for the sheer amount of stuff he wrote. He wrote
Yeah.
a lot. Wrote more, as we've said before, he wrote more poetry than either samurai have written.
Yeah.
So.
Like, and that is not like damning with faint praise. Like, that's the thing. The guy genuinely should be an inspiration to everyone who wants to do a thing but doesn't. And it's like, oh, I'd love to write stories. I'd love to write poetry. I'd love to do art. I'd love to do this thing, but I don't. And it's like, well, then let this man inspire you. He wasn't good at it, but by goodness, he did it anyway. And it's like, that's a good attitude. Like, don't do it because you're going to be good at it. Do it because you want to do it. And yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You hope his gravestone has buttresses. Probably doesn't, which would be very sad.
Yeah, and dangerous.
Yeah. All the people who think they need to be perfect at a thing before starting. Hi, it me.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. We're both victims of that.
Perfectionists. Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's even more fun when you have perfectionism literally drilled into you. Not literally drilled into you.
Black and Decker time. That's cool.
At you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at institutions.
Yeah.
Woo. Well, he had the advantage that he seemingly couldn't tell he wasn't good at it. Yes. Well, as I have said before, he is the literary equivalent of Florence Foster Jenkins. If any of you have not heard of Florence Foster Jenkins, please look up Florence Foster Jenkins. You will not be disappointed. She was a New York socialite, I believe, who thought she could sing. Just gonna say that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there was a film about her a little while back with Meryl Streep taking the title role and Hugh Grant as well. And it's quite a sad story. Like, her husband tried desperately to hide all of the mockery from the public from her.
Yeah.
But she ended up kind of becoming a bit of a national treasure, really.
Yeah.
Because she was entertaining for a different reason that she thought she was.
Yeah.
The opera singer, that one.
Yeah.
If you look up Florence Foster Jenkins' Queen of the Night aria, I promise you will either be disappointed or not be disappointed. You'll probably want to take your headphones off before too long. It is spectacular. But yeah, like, she and Billy Topaz,
Kindred spirits.
same of the same ilk.
Mm-hmm.
But yes.
Yeah.
But
Should we go?
but that, I was gonna say, that wraps up our book week.
Yeah. Brings us to an end of week for this year. Book week 2023.
Yes. Production value will be doubled for next year. No.
What? Actually,
it won't.
Well, hang on. What's
We
double
can't
of
promise it.
0?
Exactly. That was my joke.
Oh.
Week. Yeah.
Week.
Yeah. I hope. Oh, good. We need a little air horn. I hope that everybody has enjoyed this week. We certainly have, haven't we?
Yeah, I have. It's been like a both a surprising amount of work and also not. Like, I feel like I've, in true me fashion, like, struggling to keep up with prepping things for streams, but also been like, oh, that was kind of quick. Okay, I guess I've got some other free time. Probably because I've actually been lately trying to fix my sleep schedule and having more time in the day to do things.
Yeah, you've had more hours in the day, haven't
Yeah,
you?
right. What do you people do with all this time? Oh, I guess I better organise like a week's worth of streams and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely communicated to me that I couldn't sustain this pace every day, unless it was actually like a full-time
Not least
gig.
voices.
Yeah, I feel like I'd probably warm up to that, but yeah.
Daytime sounds fake.
Yeah. but yeah, it's been really good. I've enjoyed this, and
Yeah.
I
We will do it next year.
Indeed, I'm looking forward to doing it next year.
Yeah.
And sort of planning it, and maybe like outfit the stream a little bit more. Maybe get like an emote for it or something in chat. Who knows?
I think I might think of some kind of book related air horn that goes weak.
I thought, because we'll have like
Quite fun.
the goal will be to be doing merch by that point, certainly, and maybe we could do like some special edition merch or something for the week.
Maybe
We'll see.
But yeah, and also if anybody obviously don't have branded air horns, I mean, I could just stick a sticker on my trumpet. Yeah, if anybody has any suggestions, any ideas for like anything else we could do next year, not trying to get you guys to do our work for us, for example, but for us. But yeah, just if you have any ideas of any other kind of formats of streams you would like to see, anything else you'd like to see us read, do, then yeah, just bung it in Discord somewhere.
Let us know,
at some point. It doesn't have to be now, and be next year.
We make no promises to do them or remember that you said the thing.
I will probably remember.
There's a better chance.
But for use in libraries, what air horns will go shh. That'd be great. Silent air horns.
I'm just now thinking of the air hornsman again.
Oh yes.
That sketch. Yeah.
Oh God. Stop it. No. Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay, I've stopped.
But yes. Bye, chat.
Bye.
No.
Okay.
Thank you all for being here this week.
I've taken my hand off the air horn. I've stopped.
Right.
Yeah.
The invisible air horn.
What?
Yes, thank you all very much for being here for this whole week, because it's
Indeed.
been lovely seeing a lot of you turning out regularly.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're also glad that this stream time today meant that more of you could watch as well, because we know that 9 p.m. BST is not necessarily the greatest time for a lot of people, but you have VODs, I guess. So but yeah, and thank you also everybody who suggested poems and plays and things.
Indeed.
The plays, there were quite a lot of plays. When I say quite a lot, there were literally like almost 1,000 plays.
Squirrel sent like an entire archive of pretty much every play ever written.
We didn't really have time. I read quickly, but I don't read that quickly.
Yeah.
And some of the two plays for two people were a bit.
Yeah, there's one I was like, oh, hey, this looks great. Oh.
Yeah, it was. There were a couple that. Oh no, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Hence why we settled on doing some fun sketches.
To be honest, I think I possibly enjoyed more than trying to do some like real deep drama. It's like I enjoy playing the goof. In case you hadn't noticed. And
playing the goof
more so than usual, and yes, and yeah, I enjoy it. I'd quite frankly happily come back and do that again next year. Just do some plays and do some Finnemore sketches. But I think that leaves us just to see ourselves out.
Indeed. Do we want to rate? Oh,
Stephen is on playing Palia.
He is, but then a certain someone has also just gone live.
Oh, Dave.
Yes. Although he didn't raid over to us the other day.
No, he didn't.
We raided over to him yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah. Recently, yeah. No, I'd be happy to go over to Stephen. Well,
yeah, there's also Serge.
There is Serge. Stephen might be finishing soon. I'm not actually sure.
I think he went live at about the same time as us.
Okay. I
mean, I imagine a lot of you will be heading over to Dave anyway.
Yeah.
But we can go to Stephen.
Yeah, I think so. If we would like a raid command, I've been like a raid message to spam in chat if anyone's interested. I never know how this goes over in some chats, but I've been starting to, when we raid over, just saying this average book enjoyers coming in, because it's just funny to me to describe ourselves as average book enjoyers. And so if you're subbed and you want to use that, if you're not subbed and you want to use that without the McGonagall emote, help yourself. Do what you like. But yeah, I can get a raid entered in if you would like.
Yeah, sure.
And there we go.
But for any other references to anything else, our this month's Bandcamp, because we've been doing this week, will be like a week late, I think. Probably.
Yeah.
For anybody who goes to our Bandcamp and gets things there. But yes, all other places, Discord, website, stuff.
Dot
Yeah.
chilliteracy.com.
Mastodon now.
Yeah.
Twitter, not
Yeah.
X. Unfortunately,
that is literally
still
used for
there.
going live posts. It's just
Yeah. But yeah, other places. So,
other places are available.
Indeed. Still need to finish the hog. Ooh, oink.
Mm.
Yeah, that was good. Not spoiling.
Twitter will not give you anything. Sorry, DMX. No. But yeah, we're gonna go. Thank you very much for being here today, this week, Lucy. Thank you as well for obviously we do this together, but thank you as well.
Which direction are you? This way or this way?
That way. Second one. Your
That
left
one.
shoulder. Yeah. Hi.
High five.
Oh no! Now I've got clap. There we go. You can't see it because it's like there's a high five there. Yeah, great, good.
Yeah.
We'll see you probably maybe back on Wednesday. Not sure.
Should be. Yep.
Okay, cool. Well then
More
we'll see you
Tale
then.
of Two
Ray's
Cities.
about to time out. I need to go. Bye.
Bye.